Right, Carl. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways, teaching this word with sincerity and truth. And it's beautiful, man. Like this week, man, so many things been happening. Financial level. You know, you've got the Japanese bond market on fire. The Japanese currency is on fire, man. You got Europe on fire. There's all kind of fires happening over the place. You got droughts happening in the UK. Half of the UK is in drought. You know, hey, listen, man. This famine is coming. You know, the whole situation with the food, it's coming. And I don't know if you guys see it. There's that guy, the health ranger, because he be on point, man. He's breaking it down. Like, with the scriptures, right?
I've got three seconds
Yep.
now. Second Ezra chapter 16,
Yeah.
verse 21. It says, in fact, let me start from 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness.
Right, so these things have always been happening. There's always been famines. You can just type it into Wikipedia, there'll be a long list of famines that's happened over the last 2,000 years in different places. Famines and wars and plagues and all these different things. That's true, right? But we're at the end of these things now. This is going to be a global famine. This is going to be this is going to actually lead to the coming of our Lord.
Yep, it says, verse 20, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Right, cheap energy. You know, they enjoy cheap energy, cheap food, especially in the West. But in some places throughout the world, like rice is relatively cheap, flour is relatively cheap, right? So you could eat, but that's been changing. Over the last, 5-6 years, food inflation has been through the roof. I know right here in the UK, food inflation is crazy. Yeah. You go to the supermarket, man, bro, you're shocked, you get angry when you see the prices. You're looking for a yellow sticker, man. Yeah. Man's raiding off the yellow sticker, man.
Yeah, man, even eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs, man.
Well, I was gonna say the eggs thing, because even in America they had an issue with the eggs, man. The prices going crazy high. Fuel is crazy high.
Bro, man's waiting there, and my man's there trying to stick the stickers on. And man's there ready to grab it out of man's hand.
I'm actually seeing it.
I'm there too. Yo, send on that, brethren. Yeah? Nah, real talk, man. All over the UK, I think they said 20. What did the brother break down? 28%? Up 28% in the last 5 years? That's what Awar posted, right? See, the CPI, 28% food's been up in the last 5 years. And it's only going to get worse because the energy costs are going up and the fertilizer, and it's all going to mean inflation, man.
And the heavy heat as well, meaning that what crop that there was, it's peak.
Yep. Yo, it's a serious thing that's happening in the world. But we've had that time where everything's cheap. Now everything's just going to get more expensive. It's never going back to what it was before, man. Chicken and chips is expensive. Man go out to eat. Back in the day, man can go out, easily slap a $5 down and get a meal. Now, you got to slap 10, 12 pound down. Minimum. That's how the game goes.
Even shopping in Tesco is a couple points away from being a deficit. You be like, you get two bags. You like £90, £75. You're like, what the fuck?
You go into the metro, you get a little basket, so you can pick up you can pick up like 3 items here, and you've already burst 10 of them.
Bro.
Yeah, bro. I get annoyed.
The other day, bro,
Don't bother going co-op or Sainsbury's.
Waitrose.
Hey, yo.
Bro.
Top shelf.
Yeah, top shelf. Bro, you know the other day when I was in Tesco, bro, I bought 2, spray for flies. I bought 2 sprays of flies, a beer, a couple other shits. Like a score. Wasn't even half the bag.
Bro, even the local produce is cooked. Man went to a pub the other day in the lake, I was thinking, yeah, I'm gonna get the local beers. Bro, the local beers still cost me like £4 a pint. I'm like, bro, this thing's local. Bro, it's local, brother. So even the local thing, local gin is made here in the UK. So you think that would be the cheapest liquor you could buy? Nah, gin's expensive, bro.
And so
the government duty tax on the alcohol.
Exactly, yeah. Because there's a lot of things, as we were touching on, just the elder just said, and then also when it comes to like these shops and pubs, they're paying a lot in tax just to be open. And we said it's up to like 50% of the property value is what they're having to pay. And then the government as well last year with the national insurance changes made it more expensive to hire staff. Right, so then that means profits, that means ultimately the price is passed on to you.
That's right. They're the ones who've been killing the industry. Because they're all complaining about pubs are going, all these entire things. It's the government and the Brexit that took place that's been killing off these pub chains, man. The only one that survive and is JD Wetherspoon and a few independent ones. But other than that, a lot of these pubs are shut
If
down.
you ain't
Man.
going Wetherspoons, then you're peed up.
But you're even noticing the difference in there, though.
You gotta be in the top 1%.
Especially when you're eating. You're noticing the difference
Yeah, it's
in
gone
the
up.
prices. The drink is still okay, but the food you can notice the difference, man.
And it's the same all over Europe as well.
Yeah.
That's why you get a lot of Western Europeans coming to England trying to look for jobs.
Yeah. Spain has got a massive
Yeah,
unemployment.
that's why
There's
they've got
Spanish.
new rules for immigrants, because ultimately they're like, look, man, we need to get as much talent as possible from all over the world. So they've made it easier for immigrants to come to Spain. You know, Look,
Well,
Morocco-
I used to work with a lot of Spanish people, and they had degrees, and they were working in Primark with me in London. Man said, yeah, there ain't a lot of jobs in Spain. Spain's been down bad, man. And this is all by, Esau's design, man. Esau's management of the world, man. And then they turn around and want to blame Jade. Like,
yeah.
go on now. Oh, who had the second option? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's from Revelation chapter 6 and verse 5. And when they had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, and come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Right, so this basically represents inflation. The price of things going like astronomical, man. And we've not really seen the end of that yet. It's gonna go way up.
Well, wait till, not only you got the different nations production dropping, but then you're going to have a situation where a lot of the food has to travel from one region of the world to another. Well, if you're having an issue over here with your food, you're going to reduce exports. When you reduce your exports, that's like has a knock-on effect. Because then the other nation's like, okay, then I need to reduce this, reduce that.
Supply decreases.
And then then each country outside of their own little region, that region will have to almost rely on their own food production. And you'll find out that a lot of regions, they're going to be struggling. And then you add into that war, how that breaks down logistical lines of movement of food, and all of a sudden now, there's suddenly the full storehouses shall be found empty.
It's funny in Europe, and because Europe's actually the first world, right? Excluding America, because they can be self-sufficient, right? But most of Europe are not. But they're meant to be first world nations. They rely on these third world nations to survive.
Yeah.
It's funny though, isn't
They
it?
outsource a lot of to get certain foods all year round. Just all you gotta do is read where it's coming from. Coming from Brazil, coming from Spain, it's coming from Africa. Man getting them Colombian sweet potatoes.
It's ultimately a lot of stealing that's happening, because when you look in certain of those nations will be doing a lot of exporting, but then it's food that the locals can't eat. They're
Priced out.
Priced out, yeah.
Yeah, and you see that's gonna come here to the West, because what eventually will start happening is the bidding wars for food. Because food is bought on a bidding by the what they call them, the major cash and carries or whatever. So then the areas that's going to be able to put in the order to get it to a certain amount, they're going to send the food to that area before they send it to the poorer areas. And that's what happened. You go back in history, that's what's always happened. Whenever there's a scarcity of food, the rich people never feel the scarcity because they can afford to buy double, triple, quadruple, whatever it is, bring it. So they don't even notice it. So if you're looking at like millionaires, they got so much disposable income that they won't even notice the fact that man's paying like £20 for a loaf of bread. The man just want my bread in the morning. I don't give a damn. But now you in your local store, they're like, bro, the guy bought the bread for £20 over there. We ain't got nothing for you. You know, go.
It's like I was gonna say, you're seeing that with energy, because it will be like where you do have the few tankers with oil, right? Depending on the contract, if someone else is and from another richer nation is like, look, man, we gonna pay you this much per barrel,
then it's gonna go there.
rerouted.
So then what ends up happening is, and this is what leads into the MOTB. But before it gets there, it's gonna get dark. So certain places like West Kensington in London, the food will be there, but it might not be in East Ham. You get me? Because them little cash and carries can't afford to buy the produce. Because the man them where they are can't afford to buy it. But them man over in West Kensington and, you know, Enfield and all the, you know, Ealing and all these areas can afford the food, because they can increase their payment for food 3-4 times and it doesn't really bother them. So then that's going to cause a crisis. So then the government's going to have to step in. The free market will be abolished, even in America, because America believes in the free market. Trump said he's not into communism. That's a lie. Because he was telling certain companies, oh, we don't like what you're doing with the prices. You need to put the prices down. But how can you, if you believe in capitalism, how can you be telling a private company what price they should be selling their goods at? So then you don't believe in capitalism. It's a lie.
It's manipulation.
It's a lie. Like, you don't believe in no capitalism. And in the end, the government's going to have to step in and say, listen, we're going to set the price. And we're going to make sure that all, both small and great, rich and poor, can get some of this food. But guess what? We need to manage it. We got to bring this system in.
That's right.
And it's going to have this chip. And people are going to be like, yeah, that's fair. It's fair, right? Because the rich, how come they get to get all the bacon? And it's the same thing that happened during the World War. That's why they introduced the rationing books, to make it fair, so that the rich men weren't buying up all the back bacon and the cheese. It's true. You could go research it. It's the same thing that's going to happen all over again.
Just digital.
Just digital this time. And people are going to be starving because a lot of people ain't going, even if they take the chip, they're not going to be able to get no food. But they're going to take the chip hoping they can get the food. You got more on that?
Yep.
Was that
It
you?
says, back in 2 Ezra 16 and 21, it says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Bro, these people be having food, especially in America, because America's food is America. America produces a lot of food and they import a lot of food. The food is cheap in America, relative. That's why a man can have these massive portions of everything, massive portions of meat, massive portions of food in general.
Do you remember that program back in the day? Man eats food.
Yeah.
Niggas there with a table of a burger.
Yeah, you ain't gonna, in the UK, there's nowhere where some diners, like, if you could eat this mountain of food in the next half an hour.
It's funny you say that, because remember they actually tried that. They had the man v food with restaurants in the UK, like back in the day, but like it wasn't that popular. It wasn't flowing like that.
Man's gonna throw away money, right? They're gonna lose money on that. Nah, in America, you ain't gonna lose money.
Yeah.
Because the food is generally cheaper, even energy for them. Energy in America is way up. When I looked up the UK, our energy, what we're paying for energy is insane.
More than anybody else.
Yeah,
It's
that's why a
insane.
lot of chip shops have been closing. Because for them it was a double whammy, the Russia sanctions, because they get a lot of fish from that region, which call it like a Russian controlled region, plus also the energy price increases meant that it just became
Yeah, bro,
uneconomically
fish and chips was a
unviable.
poor man's food back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, our guys, man, the East London dons, the Cockneys, yeah, bit of pie and mash, fish and chips. That's a poor man's food. That wasn't now. Fish and chips really the rich man's food. Man go to buy a cod. The cod is £12. In fact, a lot of places really fish and chips are
It's even cost ridiculous. We're changing up the menu, like, unbeknownst to the public, innit? In certain stores.
That's not cheap food no more. Like no fish and chips. Man. Like, so you're right.
Yeah, it's like especially when you try to like when you're doing it for a family.
Oh, saying to them, man, like I went to one, bro, I was vexed. I said, yo, let me get this fish and chips. So I went in there, the Turkish dons, they're running it. I said, yo, boss, man, we want fish and chips. When the man gave me the fish and chips, blood, it was bird's eye, bro. Imagine, bro. Banduli, bro. I said, what, man? And I still paid like £9 or something.
We still got refunds.
Fish fingers and chips.
Bro, it was a bird's eye. It wasn't even a real like.
Put it in a deep fryer.
Let's bring a handful
Diner
of
fry.
fish fingers in the plate.
Oh man.
Yo,
I'm not origin.
Vinegar on the fish fingers.
yeah. So even when you see fish and chips here, it's beyond. It's beyond. Like you said, a family. You get the old,
Beyond
you know,
meat, innit?
East London single mother take a kiss of the chippy,
Yeah.
blood. Never that.
Pan mash.
Never that. Cause she got 4 kids. Yeah, she can't feed them 4 kids off the fish and chips.
Nah,
bro.
to be honest,
You need miracles,
you
man.
know,
That's-
yeah.
Break it up.
The only thing you get is wings and chips now, bro.
5 loaves.
You need miracles now to share fish and chips. It's crazy, man. You know, but it's only gonna get worse.
Yep.
It's and wait till winter comes when them energy prices start kicking even harder. Winter's coming, yeah. So yeah, you see that in America, man's wasting food, doing challenges, jumping in a pool of baked beans and all kind of crazy stuff. And they did a documentary on the amount of food that just gets thrown away in the system.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of wastage of the food. Hey, there's gonna come a time where that's not gonna be affordable.
Yeah.
There's gonna be all kind of mad weather that's gonna mash up the crops in America. Because America does have a massive bread basket, but the Lord's gonna send storms and hails that's gonna mash up the crops. He's gonna send insects. He's gonna destroy the staff of bread in America too. And they're gonna be disconnected from Mexico and all these places to get food. So it's gonna get terrible.
I say not only this, you got inflation going on, but you also got shrinkflation going on as well. So
Oh.
what you actually paying for is actually smaller,
Well, everything's smaller.
and you're noticing that everywhere, man. You're paying more for less. You know?
Everything's smaller now. They're taking the piss, taking the dirty. When I went Weatherspoons, took my granny to the Weatherspoons to get fish and chips, bro. Back in the day, you got on the Fish Friday, you got a big piece of cod like for Weatherspoons. Now it's half the size. I mean, it was a good portion for her, but I was still pissed. Like, what was it?
Could have now.
Can I grab real quick? Since Second Ezra was 15, 12, and 13, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, that their seed shall fell through the blasting and hell, and with a fearful constellation.
So you got the Super El Nino, they said this due this year, and you're gonna have that. You're gonna have the fearful constellation that represents the weather patterns being all jacked up, whether it's too much rain or too little rain, or you get mildew or some kind of disease, some kind of insect. The Lord is gonna send plagues on all these different farmlands, man. On the cattle too, the Lord sends foot and mouth and all sorts, man.
We've been keeping track of that for years now.
Yeah.
You know, all these different, different instances that are going on with floods or fires or whatever, destroying crops. Because they, there's like a backlog of crops. Because they always, they trade futures and all these different types of things. All this is supposed to be accounted for already, but it's not there. It's disappearing. So the future's coming, and there's not enough for the future, for them to feed, man.
I suppose to talk about production farm, which is like 5 or 6 seasons now. It's like every single season there's been bad weather. Right, so that's 5 or 6 years of just bad weather. For the first couple seasons, it was too wet. So it's planting season, and then you're having issues there. And the last couple seasons, it's been too hot. To the point where it's like I was saying, in the season just done, man went technical with it. He had a sonar to check the ground to make sure that, okay, we put enough fertilizer in this part, not in the less, so it was optimal. Still made a loss. And that's with high-end technology.
You just gotta sell the land to big agro, right?
And
That's what's been happening. The farmers are being getting hurt, and it's more, the farmland is just being sucked up by the big agro. Because big agro will just clock right in with the government. They'll just slide right in with the government when the time comes.
They can plant their GMOs there.
And they can start putting the workers out there, man. You can take that chip and they might send you out there in the field, man.
And that's more or less what happened with the 7 years of famine and plenty. Because like what more or less happening is all the bigger farmlands and corporations of that age they sold to Pharaoh, and it's like with Babylon being Egypt, another angle of it being spiritual Egypt, because ancient Egypt was a bread basket. Babylon is a bread basket.
And
for corn,
and
especially.
it's like I said,
Oh,
and
there's
that's such a
there's
proud.
whole states.
Yeah, it's the whole state.
There are whole states that's just
Corn growers or whatever.
corn.
farmland, man.
Yeah.
Cattle raisers.
So, no, I'm saying, and as such, there would have been hella
Can we look
pride.
that up? Can we
And
look up
States that are
countries by food production, and you see that America's quite high up. I think they're like third or something. Yeah, go on.
No, I'm saying, and with that, there would have been a lot of pride, as there is in America. When it comes to the whole oil situation, we're not going to be affected by Hormuz. We've got all the oil, right? When it comes to this food, we've got so much food. We've got these places, these states that make food.
Even though America uses more oil than they produce.
You know,
That's the ignorance of the people, but that's all right because they want everything to get wound down.
Yeah. So just the top 4 is versus China. India is number 2.
Which have massive, which have massive problems.
You're racist, right?
yeah,
That's a tune, man.
but that's a good point that you make, Zuquan. Like, they've got a lot of food that they produce, but they've got a lot of people that they need to feed. You know? Yeah.
So it's China, India, right? Bit musty, but India. And then after that is the Babylon, the United States.
America. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that about America. That's why America was known as New Canaan.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that. That's why they called America Canaan.
Okay.
That was one of the reasons because it is actually an extremely fruitful land, and it has everything you need in one landmass. It doesn't really have major resource. What's it called?
It doesn't lack.
It doesn't lack a lot of resources. It's gold is there, silver's there. If you got land for grazing cattle and grazing sheep, it's there. If you want land for growing,
which it makes sense that's why the tribes went to another land where never man can go.
That's why they said this. They likened America onto the promised land, the whole manifest destiny, and they said this is New Canaan. So this got to be the promised land that the Lord promised, because we're the Israelites now. That's what they were teaching, because it's got everything, even down to the weather, the water. It has the Great Lakes and all that stuff. It's got the waters, the rivers. It's got it's got the different climates. So now you got down south, you can produce the citrus fruits and all that kind of stuff. Then you got the other places, you got the grains. So America, in terms of, but someone get that in the book of Ezekiel, where the scripture says the Lord shall break the staff of bread. Because the Lord can't break it.
Because when you were saying, I thought of this precept, right? So Joel 2:3, right, says a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, right, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. Right? There's a lot in America, man. Right? There's certain places you gotta keep it real. It's beautiful. Certain places that is beautiful, but hey, the Lord don't care.
Hey, like Capers and acres and acres. Them man that was run. That's why they went over to Montana. Them places stole the land, and these men have just got acres and acres of land, good arable land, because not all land is created equal. Some land you can't do much with it.
But going back to what we were saying about Europe, that's why Europe's got on the split. That's why they import a lot of food, because here is not that fruitful, man. It's difficult.
And if you got to import it, there's a cost.
Yeah, but America's a massive land. Just acres, and that's why that man can have the cowboys. You watch Dallas, what they call it, Yellowstone. Yellowstone and that. But you see the land that man, so they can have all that cattle, and it's good land for the cattle. That's why America produces so much beef, so they can steak. That's why American diet is so full of meat, because they got good arable land. Now, if you go somewhere like Uganda now, they don't have a massive amount of meat, because the land isn't really geared towards having that much cattle. You know what I'm saying? Argentina as well got plenty of land for the cattle, but America's it's a massive landmass, man.
Literally has everything.
But the Lord's gonna cook all of that. But the Lord is gonna find a way to dismantle that whole production of everything's just gonna be less. Did we get
the Ezekiel one?
What was he looking? Yeah, Ezekiel.
Evil hours of famine.
Yeah.
It says Ezekiel 5 verse 15. It says, so it shall be a reproach and a taunt and instruction and as an astonishment unto the nations that are round about thee, when I shall execute judgments in thee in anger and in fury and in furious rebukes. I, the Lord, have spoken it. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you. And I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread.
That's what's going to happen. The Lord's going to break the staff of bread. And there's gonna a lot of people in America and around the world is going to die of famine. They're going to die of the want of bread. They're going to kill for the want of bread. They're going to kill to get to that bread. You know, man, say get to the bread. They really going to be trying to get to the bread. You know? And that sounds crazy, right? Because, you know, food security is pretty much, for most people, is something that's assured. It's not something they think about. When these men are even doing their crimes, they're not doing the crimes for bread. They're doing the crimes because they want more than bread, but they want the diamond chains.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want the top shelf crystal. You know, two of them crystal there, but you get me? That's what they want. They ain't doing it because they're actually starving. They can get food.
Yeah.
A bag of rice you can eat rice and whatever you need to. You could eat good in the New World Order, like you know what I'm saying?
And if I could say in the West, that's a world that is so far beyond most people's recollection.
Yeah.
Right, because you get certain nations where that it was mum and dad went through shortages.
Yep,
But in the West, it's like, oh,
And they
we've
eat
always had-
different.
Yeah,
That's
they
why a
do.
man from the islands, listen, when man eat chicken, there ain't nothing left, brother. Coming like a piranha went through there.
Yeah.
When my grandmother eats fish, yeah,
Chicken back.
afterward it's like a art display. You know one of them them Edomite modern art. Like, the way the bone is just on top of each other, and there's no meat, but this is fish, and the smallest fish bone is there, just cock up so on the side, but the whole thing, the eyeball, everything clean. Yeah, there's just raw carcass ready for the exhibition.
In Ghana, them niggas eat the bones.
But they chew it. They might eat chicken chew it, get the bone marrow out of the bone. But the reason for that is on the islands has a history, believe it or not, of famine. So it's something that is passed down from generation to generation, especially among the poorer people, my people then. Yeah? Because even when you go back into slavery, a lot of times, remember, the island was set up to produce goods to be sold.
Yeah.
They weren't really kind of concentrate on food for the slaves. No, we have to grow the sugar cane here or got to grow that. And then the slaves will just have to get the food, how they get food. And a lot of times they were relying on small little things they would grow. But if that failed, that's why Jake ended up eating all the abominations. Because now man have to just grab a lobster or, grab a mountain chicken. Man on the islands call it mountain chicken. That's a frog. Man eat mountain chicken, man eat turtle. Everything on the island man eat. Let's not play games. Man eat the conchs, which is the big sea snail thing. All kind of manner, but the reason man eat all those abominations is because they had to get the food how they got the full food. And a lot of times on the island, sometimes people will be starving.
Yeah. And another thing people don't really talk about in slavery is that a thing they used to do as well, they would actually import food from other places to the slave plantations because it was cheaper to import food than for them to stay to have the crop.
Yeah,
So
let them
they'll
grow
import.
what we need to make, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
So then that's why Jake is listen, man grew up on chicken foot. Bro, ain't no you in the UK. I don't care what man grew up in. Man, we're not eating no chicken foot.
Yeah.
Bro, my children ain't never had no damn chicken foot. I have. So I grew up on the islands, bro. So man eat, you know what I'm talking about. You brothers will know, because your parents will know. Back and neck. Man know about back and neck. Them man, the youths nowadays don't know about no back and neck. What's that? On the islands, man's eating back and neck here and chicken foot. Yeah, cow.
There's nothing there, but find a way.
But the meat's sweet still, but
Sweet.
I eat chicken foot, back and neck. The oxtail is a delicacy now, but back in the day, that was a throwaway piece. Yeah? You're talking about, man are eating that, man are eating, and then if you're lucky, you get the chicken leg, but you never get no breast. Man didn't know nothing about no breast. Like, if you're lucky, you get a whole fowl, but chicken breast wasn't a thing. When you come to the UK now, them man love the chicken nuggets and the chicken breast, and then you come here, and man will be eating chicken and chips, and them Edomites here will just be like, ham, and just dash with that.
Yeah.
And bro, it come like a shock to my system.
Yeah.
Because us when I eating the cartilage, it's everything.
You know, people eat like even legs. You want to eat the leg, but don't eat like they just eat like
The middle of it.
middle of it.
Like it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like a cartoon apple.
There's one
Oh.
bite, two bites.
Yeah, that's they grew up that way. Now the youth them now that grow up in the UK third and fourth generation, they're like that now. picky, but the grandparents, they grew up from knowing scarcity. So they don't believe in wasting food to them. You brothers will know. Your grannies and that will say, yo, wasting food is a sin. Now, there ain't no law against that, but that's how they grew up. Because things were tight, man didn't want their children wasting food. So if you, bro, them man sit there with a piece of food, you'll be sitting there till tomorrow, brother. You can't even leave the table. I grew up like that, bro. Man's there just playing with it. Like, nah, you need to eat.
And even to add more to that information, because remember you had something called a triangular trade. So it's like when they take the cash crops to Europe, they would come with bulk food from Europe too, like just like certain types of salted fish. Like even
because man loves saltfish and that.
saltfish. A lot of that was coming from Europe as well.
Oh yeah, the salted. Yeah. So that affects
Cornmeal.
Famine can affect a generation and how they eat. Even the war generation here ate different to the man them after that.
Bacon.
Yep.
Like remember when we did the research? Bacon's got a deep cultural, like it's part of Britain's culture because it goes back to the war. No, remember we looked it up.
It's salted beef.
Yeah, it's salted beef.
And they show you that in because salt beef is something that the sailors would use because it preserves the beef and the poor people. So even if you watch no spoilers, if you watch the latest Game of Thrones that they brought out, not the latest actually, the one before the latest one, the one with the egg, yeah. Remember that egg was like, what's this? And man's like, salted beef. What do you mean? And then man's like, but that's the commonest food. Like egg would never eat no damn salt beef. Like what the bumper club, man are eating steak and real beef, not no thing that's been preserved for 2 years. But these man are eating the salt beef, and you have to boil it and boil it and boil it to get the soil out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that shows you a lot of things is class. And it's also culture, and it could be embedded in you.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of this generation coming up don't know nothing about no famine. They've lived in abundance. They don't know about being hungry for too long. In the West, man ain't hungry for that long. Man are having bare snacks, bare meals.
There's a quick tidbit. That's why in English, it's a cow when it's alive and beef when it's cooked, when it's killed and eaten, and a few of those other animals, because the commoners would be the ones raising it, and they spoke English, but then the upper class will be the ones that ate it, and they would be speaking French.
Yeah, that's heavy.
So,
Yeah, man.
And then everyone ate chicken. So
You see it there. You know what I'm saying? So these men nowadays, a lot of these men nowadays, they don't really know nothing about famine. They grew up in abundance, but they're gonna learn. They're gonna learn because it's coming quick.
Precept? 2 Ezra 15 and verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Desperation. Because food in the Maslow chain, I gotta go deep into the Edomite knowledge. The Maslow hierarchy of needs. The number one need a person needs is food and shelter. And if you ain't got food and shelter, that breaks your whole psyche, man. That shit breaks you down.
You start seeing cannibalism.
Cannibalism, that's gonna come back too. That's gonna come back too. Listen, it's gonna get serious out here, man. And like we always say, a lot of people are gonna take that chip in hope of getting some of that government food. That government cheese, which is a whole thing behind government cheese, you know. I remember, I'm trying to remember, but that was cheese that they stored up for something else. And then it ended up being, they had all this cheese just stored in damn storages, they didn't know what to do with it. So then they said, you know what, let's just give it out in welfare programs. And that's where you get the whole government cheese from. They had bare cheese on the ground, just stored up, and then they just start handing it out. I don't even know if they have any of it left, it must be all done now. But yeah, man, hey.
got something real quick?
Yeah, was we finished on second interest as well about the constellation?
I think there's more than that.
Yeah. But yeah,
You was reading.
Yeah. This is but real quick. This is Luke 17, 32 and 33. Remember Lot's wife. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. Right? Because people are going to think taking that MOTB is going to save their life.
yeah.
Not realizing that really it's going to end their life.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it the other day. You know, the guy that I know, because he had youths in it. I was like, I cannot tell this guy not to take the MOTB to save his youth. Because he's going to be like, but
That's contradictory.
that's contradictory to someone in the world. Right? Because for them, like, if the government says take the MOTB for food, they're gonna be like, okay, I need to feed my children. I'm gonna.
And this is why faith is such a massive thing, man.
That's right.
Because you're gonna either believe what you see in front of you, or the government can provide me with this, or you're gonna believe in an invisible power you've never seen
But
before.
they might AI food.
You know? You know? And that's why it's going to be that choice, whether you believe in Esau or you believe in what the Most High has spoken, his prophecies. Right? And most people are not going to pick that one because they've never seen that. And they don't believe it really. You know?
They believe in Esau and his technology. That's right. They think Elon Musk is a genius. All this foolishness. And you just gotta watch that film Soylent Green, man.
Oh man.
You see how man's like, we ain't got no more food for the day. The man, people start bugging out. The man start lifting man up. They showed you that people were living like man ain't even had jam, and all these type of things, because that's really what their plan is for the New World Order is. They're gonna take away a lot of things people just readily enjoy. Remember, there was a time people didn't readily enjoy them. Unless you made it yourself, and even then a lot of people didn't enjoy a lot of things from a lot of places. Now you can kind of easily access this and access that, whereas before you wouldn't be able to access that. They want to go back to that. They want to go back to, listen, bro, you're gonna get that matrix thing. It's got all of it's got all the essential vitamin and minerals that the body needs. Man was just there eating it down.
It tastes like chicken. The chicken tastes like everything.
Yeah, how do you know what chicken tastes like?
Even in Soylent Green, they showed you yak. Because remember, guys like, oh snap, it was good yak. You know, so that's why I got a collection.
Yeah, because even that, like the government, they just want to reduce everything down till you're just acceptable for whatever they give you, and you won't even know about the other stuff. The good stuff, the elites are always gonna have, but the average person just gonna get enough.
No, I was just gonna say, because if certain of these things need transporting, why are you gonna transport something that's not essential, like yak, right? When you can transport food with the same limited energy.
Yeah. They just give you a little drug that does the same thing. Your Soma. They show you that in Brave New World. You take your Soma. You know? Bro, the devil don't believe in, you all remember, the devil don't believe in people really having anything. Esau's very he's a sadist. He doesn't believe in people enjoying the earth and the earth being for all people. No, he wants everything to himself, and he really don't want no one else to have nothing.
And this is what Esau's walk, right? Because he thinks that's what the blessing is. Right? He didn't receive the blessing, Jacob did. But Jacob's blessing doesn't include what he's trying to do. Because the world is still for people to live on, man. There's still an order and hierarchy that's supposed to go, to take place or be established. Esau don't want to. He just wants to be the top. He don't care about nobody else. He wants everything for himself. You know, he wants people to suffer.
You will own nothing and be happy.
But the kingdom of heaven is not about suffering.
And then you can educate your children and give them all kind of bullshit. Before you know it, they won't know nothing about the old world. So they won't even know that man used to have beef. They think this new red block that they're giving them, that's made out of concrete, is what man always ate. Man. They think that's a steak. Because they can rewrite the history through the AI education, bro. And there'll be like this one bro like we used to be namming steak. What was that? Boom! Rifle shot. Like, get rid of it.
The AI is always a ministry of truth, man.
Yeah.
That's why they show you that in Fahrenheit 451. What are they doing? Burning all the books.
Yeah. It's already kind of like that now, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yo, when Tango and that came out back in the day, bro, that was the realness. Like now, these drinks, they taste just like chemical to me. They're not really that nice. Like they're like. I remember one time I went to the cinema with my daughter, and she was buying this fucking Tango Burst frozen bullshit. And I was like, oh, okay. And I said, let me try some. I tried it. I'm like, what the fuck, this tastes like bleach. Same thing. And she was like, oh, it's nice. I'm like, bro, like, the fucking New World Order youth, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, imagine if that man had what we had back in the day, bro. That shit had man flying through walls, bro. The sugary sweetness, bro.
Who loves orange soda? Sorry, soda. I do.
That shit had all the fat and the sugar. Hey,
Isaiah 31 and verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many.
Yeah, another thing they're going to trust on Esau for is security. So they're going to have madness going on in the streets. A lot of people going to take the chip for security to get access to certain areas. Oh, you can come to this area and we'll protect you from all them immigrants that's running around on a mad thing. So, yeah. You see that shit, man?
Moroccan horde.
And you see the way that the Twitter and AI made it look like it was they were invading Spain. And then you find out it's not
It wouldn't
Spain.
even-
Then they see man coming up on the ocean, so you think that man's coming from across the ocean. No, man was swimming around a little wall. One brother came with his bike.
Have you seen that guy?
The straight edge of
You seen
broke
that guy with a selfie stick?
Yeah,
Bro, that guy got tapped, bro.
Yeah, they got paid. What it is that was a government program, and they basically do it every once in a while. But now is the first time they made a big deal out of it, and they just get them all to bum rush the place. It's kind of like as a threat to Spain, isn't it? But it's not these people all gone back home now. They weren't coming to stay. These are just youths out for some fun. Like, let me just run through. And then you got these men in Britain losing their minds. Oh, see, look, the invasion.
Stop the
Yeah,
boats.
but the irony is, why is it in Morocco? Maybe Spain invaded Morocco or what?
But they're gonna use that. They're gonna use it. People out here just doing madness, immigrants, crackers, whatever, and people are gonna be scared. And they're gonna have certain areas. They're like, okay, these are areas of control that if you come to, they might stick you in a stadium or whatever, and you'll be safe there. Bring your family, come to the checkpoint, and then they'll juke you up and give you your chip, and you can have safety there. So a lot of people would do that if it means keeping their family safe or they're safe from the man that's on the roads. And you can make a movie out of it, man. There's bad movies. Really, the movies where they show you, there's a zombie outbreak.
Crazies or things like that.
Yeah, and they say you got, but there's a voice over the radio saying if you make it to this place, and then you got to go through the zombies.
Scouting for the radio channel.
Yeah,
trying to get the.
but the zombies just represent other citizens. That's all. The zombies just represent other desperate people that ain't thinking straight. That's just what zombies is. So people are going to do that, man. They're going to have certain places that they want to get to, certain places in the city, but you're going to have to take a chip to get in.
But it's mad that they use zombies. Zombies in cannibals. In the time of famine, that's going to be a thing too.
Yeah, they're going to be
So-
back just gonna be here.
That's the road. So
The Road.
we watched that's a deep movie, man.
Yeah.
Hey, she went out. She went out on her own terms, man. It was gonna get peak, man. Hey, it gets peak with man raping you and eating you, bro.
Yeah, man.
But she just offered herself up. It's mad. Her husband was still there, man.
But he can't. But he was smart. And that nigga was gonna die. She was gonna rape everybody. She was kind of right, bro. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Yo, what you gonna do? You
can't protect
nigga with some old cracker like, with a one gun.
And trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
They don't. A lot of our people, even now, they don't trust in the Lord. They trust in the system. So even when the system, and if you trust in the system, you trust in the man behind the system.
And on top of that, and plus this system can't be trusted, and you're gonna trust in it.
Yeah.
Because they've not done nothing for their credibility over the last few years, man. They haven't.
Well,
But you're still gonna trust in that because you can't trust in the
Well,
Lord.
they're selling them a new thing. You had what's his name? Spike Lee done that little advert. The old money was racist. The old money was oppressive. But the new money, they're already selling it to man. And that's what this whole thing about. You get this Gary Stevens and all these guys on TV, and they're telling you now how corrupt the system is and how unequal the system is. And they're having these debates and whether they should have a wealth tax. That's all just to set up getting rid of this old system, and then there's a new system. And it sounds good, because everything's gonna be fair. But what you don't understand
same
is
people running
it's the
it.
same people. They're gonna have the access codes you don't have. So it doesn't, for them, it's not gonna matter about whether you're a billionaire or not. What does it matter if you could just go into the system and get whatever you want on unlimited, when my man over there is getting them rations?
Master key.
You got the master key. When you create a system and you control the system, that's like being rich anyway. So they're gonna fool the people into thinking, this system's more fair. Yeah, but it's more fair for some others. Because whoever's got the keys to it, and that's how communism always worked. Communism always worked, it's equal, but some people are more equal than others. Whoever's got control of the storehouse, has the storehouse. But you get your little slices. But when he's got a side piece, you get the whole loaf. Like, you know how the thing go already. And the punans, you know what I'm saying? So that's how the new world order is. So they're already demonizing their system. most people know the money system is corrupt and messed up.
Yeah.
So when they come with this new money, everything's up front and it's all traceable and all that shit. People are gonna be like, oh, okay.
But the issue is the rulers, the
Yeah,
ones
that's it.
managing the system, and they can't be trusted.
They're the problem.
And so this is why when the Lord does bring the judgment for those that take the mark of the beast, you willingly knew and sided with a corrupt people. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the lesser of two evils.
That's right.
Your faith was in the devil.
So there's no excuse. There's no way for you to hide.
Oh no, but you're gonna have the AI is gonna be like a genie, and you'll be able to ask it whatever you want, and it will just give it to
Yeah,
you.
but the movie Upgrade.
Yeah,
They called it up. They called it
Yeah.
fucking Upgrade. It was really a downgrade.
Because they've been watching Star Trek, and they've been
Diesel time.
remember they've been programming people this for a long time. When you watch Star Trek, right, the whole idea of Star Trek is mankind came together because they solved the resource issue. Right, really, and it wasn't a resource issue; it was e-source the issue. But they'll say it's a resource issue. So now you got the replicators. If you watch Star Trek, they got these machines that can replicate anything. So you probably ever seen Star Trek?
But not like heavily.
No, you ain't seen Star Trek.
I've seen episodes. I don't really know. I don't really watch it. I didn't watch it. Not my thing. Star Wars is my thing.
You seen it, right?
Hey, bro, do you watch Doctor Who too?
Nah, come on. I watched man. I tried.
Exterminate.
Oh, I know about them.
Daleks.
Daleks. But they got robots out there, but like looking like Daleks. Yeah,
That's
controlling the
crazy.
streets.
But y'all in same. That's crazy. But if you seen,
I know Data and Spock and these man, but I don't know Star Trek like that.
if you know Star Trek, the whole point is they've got mankind has gone out into the stars because now they're all at peace with each other. And if you notice how it is, no one looks rich, so everyone wears the same uniform type garment, which is what it's going to be. They're going to get rid of all these 100 million blands. They're going to get rid of all that. They're going to say it's for the earth. We're only going to have certain clothes. Then you got the replicators, so anything you want you can get. So let's say they're sitting there and they want a bourbon. They don't buy the bourbon. They go up to the replicator. And the replicator just creates a glass with some bourbon, and they drink that.
It's like alchemy type. They just
They could basically, and that's
Crazy.
what Sam, what's he called? Altman.
Yeah, which his name's Altman.
Oh yeah, the Altman.
Ultimate.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to tell you that you're gonna get if you take that chip. That they're on the cusp. He said in 5 years' time. So they're saying they're on the cusp of creating a technology where the AIs and the robots, which is all lies. This is all lies. The AI is all fraud. But they're telling you because they've already primed you through the movies and that this AI thing is gonna be like magic. So anything you want, it'll just give it to you. So you ain't gotta work. It's all the lies, man.
What you said?
You know? This brother had
Yeah,
something.
Salah.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus 12:16. An enemy speaketh sweetly
There you
with
go.
his
You
lips,
will get that.
but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes.
And what's a pit? A pit is somewhere you can't get out from. Because it's a pit. You can't get out. That's what Esau wants. It's a trap. And that's what this whole digital system is with the MOTB. It's a trap. They want to put you in a place of what's it called? Desperation and what's the word when you need dependence. That they want to put you in a situation where you're dependent on a system to live.
Morpheus said that. He said that to Neo, many of these people, Neo, are so hopelessly dependent on the system that they'll fight to protect it.
That's what they want. So they,
That's what he said.
because right now this system that we're in now still has you can have a little bit of independence. That's why they're crashing it, so that they can have a new system where you're completely dependent. That through that chip is how you access everything, because all the farming is done by the system. All the production is managed by the system. All the robots and everything that create things and services is all controlled within a system, and you won't be able to do nothing. And if you're outside the system, guess what? They got drones that can just seek and destroy.
Yeah.
And there's many films
Colony.
and things that they've shown that
Colony.
they'll just have a drone out there,
Yeah.
and this ain't like, in Terminator, one of the biggest plot holes from Terminator is that the AI couldn't just wipe everyone out. Because if you're out there with a fire, bro, in the forest, bro, you're dead. Like in a real, like all the AI is just looking for heat signatures. Oh, what's that over there? Boom! That's it. They're all dead. Now look for the next heat signature.
They showed you that during the pandemic, man, with the
Yep.
drones.
The drones
They
could
were
go.
heat seeking back then.
They can go out there and they can find that. They'll just find the people trying to live in the jungle or whatever, and they'll seek and destroy anyone outside the system. Because why? They're gonna teach that anyone outside the system is a danger to the earth because it's not sustainable. You're not signing on to because that way we used to live was destroying the earth. It weren't us. It was the way the humans used to live. You know what I'm saying? Esau's the devil. Yeah, you're the problem.
He wants to share the burden.
So if you don't want to cut back on
I don't
your
share on
steak,
the profit.
if you don't cut back on your steak and cut back on your travel, and you don't want to sign up to this system of control, you're an enemy to the earth and the people. That's it.
You're the problem.
Terrorists.
You're trying to kill everybody.
Yeah.
But that's what you did with the seed.
You're trying to kill everybody.
It's your fault.
You've done
Hey,
it.
but we're laughing. But this is the
real
real.
talk.
This is the real way that they're setting things up to be.
Article. It's from Yahoo News. It says why the FBI now sees AI criticism as domestic terrorism.
Right. I criticize the AI now. Protected, what they call that?
Can't curse me out.
Nothing against it.
Wait, you could hold that thing that you had before that explained about the AI as well.
Psalms 50. Oh, you got more? So okay, bro. Go.
Say what? He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
The devil, man. And they all remember the David Spangler said that the New World Order is not going to be achieved, but by what? By blood. So they're willing to sacrifice and to kill.
He needs sacrifice.
Right.
And why sacrifice?
It's like, and that's what people don't understand of Esau. Esau has no issues spilling blood.
His own issue.
Yeah,
Look at his track record, bro. He's had no issues. He's actually he's shown that he's had
Thou
no
has not
the middle
hated blood.
passage.
Thou has not
Yeah,
hated blood, blood shall pursue thee.
that's right.
That's what to say.
Build up a town with blood.
Yep, by the
know?
sword, man.
That's it.
Something quick. It's Revelation 13 and 14. And deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
Yeah, the miracle, the fire circle,
Before
bro.
the end.
I didn't tell you, brothers. When I was in the Lake District, bro, every day they were doing military maneuvers. Yeah, Bomber Clark, dog, yo, coming like thunder, brethren. Like when the thing come true, I thought it was the first time I heard it. I said, "Rah, I'm looking for it." They said a storm, or like I'm thinking it's a thunderstorm somewhere.
Loud, bro. You can't even hear your
Bro,
own
the
voice.
thing was loud. It was a and then by the time it's moving so fast, you gotta look ahead of the noise. You get me? You can't be looking where the noise is coming from because the thing's flying there and you're hearing the thunder from over there, bro. Yo, them warplanes. So it must be terrible with that first night in Yugoslavia when them fighters just were just coming over and there's fires coming down from heaven.
Hell,
Like,
boy.
boom, 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 boom.
You know, so spiritual because like just before camp, there's a dude doing my shed, and that's where he's from. And he was talking about like, 1990, what was it, 94? You know, with the whole.
Yeah. When they
NATO.
it was after 991. I know that.
I believe it was
I think it was around.
94, right?
That was Yugoslavia and
Yeah,
Serbia,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And basically, he was actually talking about how terrible it was, how the small hats, he was guys like the small hats, how the small hats country the whole night. So it was spiritual.
Bro, that thing sounds terrible.
99.
Yeah.
And then people believe in them miracles, man. Because you think about it, that's a madness, bro. Bare noise in the air, then just things start blowing up, man.
Yeah.
And that's why man's respect Esau Edom, man. Because he's showing a great power.
It's like I always mention, it's like we talk about it in news, but even the conventional weapons that the Lord has given this man to build, even those are a madness. Like some of the things that they can do, like some of the bunker busters, where they design it so that the first warhead opens a little hole, and then so that the second warhead can come in and do even more damage, bro.
No escape.
No escape. Huh?
But I hear it. No, it's true. It's bro. The Esau's got that devastating power, man. That to the normal people that never had that kind of power, you look like you're a god. I was thinking about it as well. I said, right, if you're just some like random in the jungle somewhere, like just ooga boogering, and that shit come through the air, like, you be thinking the gods came.
Yeah.
Bumbo Clark, that's an angel flying over, like the way the thing just moved. I only caught a glimpse of it twice. This is the way the thing just maneuvering through the ends, bro. Bare thunder. I said, yo, spooky. And that's why it says scripture, Satan and his angels, man, don't fight against the Lord and his angels, man. They up there. But the Lord's thing is different.
I was talking to the AI one time, and it basically made it sound like it was human, right? So I was like, so what how, human or something? And then it was like, nah. Basically, he said, you know, when the scriptures talk about how the angels don't eat and stuff like that, where he basically responded in the same way. He's like, I don't have a body, I can't eat, I can't do certain things. I was like, right, that is legit, like the angel, like Esau's angels, you know.
That's what he wants, man. And they make it look like, oh, the AI is gonna be doing its own thing, but it's not. AI is gonna have masters, man. That they the programmers, the people who set it up, man. Like, you think Esau? Come on, man, stop it.
Yep. And this, sorry, just finish it. And deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Yeah, so you need to copy me. You need to follow my lead, because I'm the power in the earth, and that's what's happened. All peoples have basically looked at Esau and said, whatever you're on, I'm on. And slowly but surely, you know, starts off with Americanization. But slowly but surely, everyone's gone down the same technological pathway, copying the same, because Esau's the benchmark of how to be. So if you look at the East is just, it's like the West. They've incorporated all the Western forms of technology and way of being. They just built it in the East. Like, you go there, it won't be much different. Same type of, you know, skyscrapers, trains, everything. This is what they've done. They've followed Esau's way, even going down to the MOTV system. The MOTV system is also more built in the East than it is over here. And we've been saying that for years, that they were way ahead. They actually used, like the brother always says, it's better when you can just build it from scratch. You know, than having to retrofit and upgrade. So in America, I've really been behind on a lot of things. Like contactless payment. Them man went contactless payment in nothing for a long time. Man are still over there swiping. Man was swiping where us man were tapping. Now they're starting to do the more tapping business, but they've been tapping from long time over there. The what's it called? The super apps. They done had the super app over here. Now Elon Musk is trying to complete the super app now through X.com. The X.com model started off going way back with the digital currency, which was XRP, came out of that. The X.com model, that's why Brad Garlinghouse and all these guys, they were linked with PayPal. Because the PayPal mafia, originally that was supposed to be a super app that did everything in one place. But then they built out, they said, no, we're going to build it out bit by bit. So you had PayPal, Twitter, then you had the digital currency, XRP and that. And now he's trying to bring it all back together. He said it himself. I'm bringing back the idea of the X.com model. So he changed Twitter into X.com to create what? A super app where everything's together on one. And Facebook's turning into a food super app too.
Yeah. You know, if I say as well, in terms of just mentality, there's certain things you can get away with in the East that you need. I'll go get some in a second. But yeah, certain things, huh?
I've got something in the car. Okay.
Yeah, there are certain things you can get away with in the East in terms of how to push people down the path that you can't really do in the West. You can't just come into the West and just be like, oh yeah, we're going to have all of your data in one place. You're going to have people complain about data privacy and this, that, and the other, which is why there was a big uproar about a digital ID in the West. Right, but you go to the East.
Yeah, well, an example of that is they've been working on the Federal Reserve been working on the CBDC. The private companies have been working on the CBDC for America. That's why when you went to the not the G20, what's the one? Davos and that, they speak about the public-private partnership, where you got the Federal Reserve and the government work together with private companies to create a CBDC. Obviously, start getting spooky because all the conspiracy people were pushing out, you know, CBDCs is for this, that, and the other. So now that's why Trump had to come out and say, oh, well, you know, we ain't gonna have it. Which he didn't. He didn't really ban a CBDC. What he said was there would have to be congressional approval for the Federal Reserve to launch a CBDC. See the difference? So he didn't outlaw having a CBDC. He just made it where the Fed can't just come out and say, we're going to have a CBDC. They would have to have congressional approval, which the Congress works for anyway. So, but the point is that they already have the framework and the infrastructure ready because they've been building it for the last 20 years. It's just a matter of how do they implement it. It's not something that, oh, now we're going to have one, now we need to look into it. No, when they decided to roll it out, it would already be there, ready to roll out because it was already part of the plan.
And the VX.
Yeah, they had it ready to roll out. Oh, we were working on these.
Conveniently.
This is a quick one. This is Psalms 55 in the 21st verse. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war wasn't his heart. His words were softer than
Well,
oil, yet there were drawn swords.
and that's Esau. Yeah.
Because what does the scripture say? That Esau's a cunning hunter, right? He knows how to track down his prey. He knows how to get his prey into corners and all these different things. And that's exactly what Esau's doing with his technology. And all the uproars in the world and all the problems that he's caused those things to happen to push you in a particular direction, to make you fall into that pit. You know?
Sophisticated badness. And that's why these Brits, they stiff upper lip, fair play and all that shit. Meanwhile, these men are savage, man. That's all to disarm you, right? So you think you're more scared of the bad man that's on the roads because he's got a little blicky in his pocket. Meanwhile, them posh dudes are launching wars and killing millions. Like Tony Blair killed 1 million people, and he said if he could, he'd do it again. That's more than any gang member, blood, on the. No one's ordered that kind of death and destruction. But he's got the accent, right? And he talks well. Meanwhile, the whole time they wanted to kill people. But you're like, humanitarian, children. Esau knows how to come with subtlety, man.
Even in the terms, in like language terms, like they put you in talk about killing people. It's like,
Kinetic action.
Yeah, or obsolescence or something. I mean, man's just obsolete.
Regime change.
You know what I mean?
It's a regime. It's not a government.
Oh, sanctions is a great one.
Yeah, it kills more.
Sanctions kills. It's a siege. Hella people died because of sanctions. In fact, what we brought it out, it's like 80 million people.
It's more than
Something
national
ridiculous.
warfares, man.
Yeah.
But it's clean badness.
Yeah,
It
it
sounds
sounds like that's soft power. It sounds like soft power. Oh, them man don't really want to hurt people, so just gonna put sanctions on them. Bro, it's killing more people than everything else.
But Cuba, look what they've been doing to Cuba, what they did to Haiti. That was clean badness. They basically just violated Haiti in the world. Haiti didn't have to be the way it was.
Yeah.
And then, but then the funny thing is that when they're doing their clean badness, they'll also the media would keep it quiet. So the media could highlight it and explain to the people what's happening, but they won't. So then the average high IQ Baconite, the ones with the pot bellies, see mate, you see, you look at them, Haiti is a shithole country, anywhere they are is a shithole, isn't it? And they want to come over here and make it into a shit. Bro, your people have a hand in the reason why that place is the way it is. It didn't just happen like that, like ordinarily. It's because you have certain ways that you can destroy your people, man, from the outside.
It's information on that. So I asked Robert, how many people do sanctions kill a year? It says a comprehensive study published in the Lancet Global Health estimates that unilateral economic sanctions cause approximately 564,000 excess deaths worldwide each year over the past decade.
Yeah, and that's probably not even the real number.
Yeah.
Because remember, there's knock-on effects. Because when you sanction a country, and then now we could talk about the direct of certain people can't get certain medical care or certain things. But then just the thing of the desperation it causes among people can increase badness. Now when you increase badness, prostitution, now you got more violent deaths, but the violent deaths is really being caused by the desperation, the side effects of the thing.
It's like migrants. Like, why are migrants here? Like, there's a whole,
The third world.
there's a lot of reasons why migrants are here.
Yeah.
They make it sound so humane, the sanction, because it's for the leadership, right? Because they got a problem with the leadership, but they know it doesn't affect the leadership. They don't even know that for a fact.
Them man are namming, not only they namming steak, but their children are here in the UK in a private school.
Fucking Regent's Park
Bro,
was chilling.
So they
where
know.
did Kim Jong-il, he went to school in Europe, bro. All these men, this is how you know the whole thing's a scam. All these despot leaders, their children are here in London or something.
So Esau knows a bunch of civilians is going to die. Because that's his plan. His plan is civilians are going to die, people are going to uproar, overthrow the government. That's how it's supposed to work.
And guess what? He's now turned his eyes on the people in his own country. He don't give a damn about you.
But then they'll blame the leadership for the deaths of those people. But it was America or whoever, it was them putting sanctions that caused the death.
So this is from progressive.international. It says PI briefing number 28, 38 million lives. A study by the Center of Economic and Policy Research has revealed that between 1971 and 2021, US and EU sanctions killed 38 million people around the world.
That's a lot of death.
People, bro.
But it's right because they're not directly at war with them. Bro, Esau's not
But then
stupid.
the focus is always on Jake. Man gets shanked. Oh, see, like that man is violent and all that. You know, this is what we're talking about. But when you really look at it, Esau is undisputed when it comes to causing death in the earth. Man.
That's actually more than the population of Ghana.
It's crazy. It's
Ghana's
crazy.
population is 35.
Even the Venezuela thing, they were saying disrespecting Venezuela. It's like, bro, you're the one that put sanctions on them in the first place. They'd be fine if you'd have just left them alone. They'd be like the Arab countries making bare money out of oil. You put sanctions on them and stop them from doing that. And then you start blaming them. These third world people don't know how to look after their country. And that's why you eat them, you Baconites, man. You're gonna suffer you in your own countries, and whose fault is that gonna be? When your thing collapses.
I mean, that's the same doctrine that was used on Jack. You know, you guys are savages. You don't know how to use your resources, so let's just steal it and fuck you over anyway. It's just so for you, man.
Ecclesiasticus 13 and 3. The rich man has done long and yet threatens widow. The poor is long and he must entreat also.
Yeah, these men get away and they sweep things under the rug. It's a short memory when it comes to these devils. Coming like, I was just thinking about the other day. Them man said, there's bare waste in the American government. Which, bro, they just been taking money out of the government, like just doing all kind of madness for years, right? The left and the right. But Trump said, see, the Democrats. Man brought in Doge because they need to find out where everything is. Cut their USAID programs and that, right? Now, the other day, they asked man about the war. Man said, well, we've taken 15 billion or something out of Venezuela, so that pays for the war. Man asked them how. Man didn't give no details. So what did this 15 billion actually pay for? Where's the direct?
Where did it go?
Where's Doge at then? Send Doge in so we can see what it is 15 billion came from and what it went to. Zip. So this is how Esau operates. When it comes to Esau, he could do things, and he can even come out and say it was wrong, but then it will come out of the news and people will forget it even happened. Like the children that they blew up. Where's the accountability for that?
Yeah.
Man blew up them 200 and something youths here, barbecued them, jerk chicken, straight up grillings. They did to them youths, blood, vaporized them like flipping Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 1, blood. Had the thumbs up and everything, blazed the youths up, children. Them man came out at first and like, well, we don't know if it was ours. Then he tried saying, it could have been in other countries, which only their allies have tomahawks. Then he's coming out and saying we're going to investigate in it, and guess what? Months later, charge it, and no one's going to go jail for that. No, imagine if I did that at work. If I work in the safety critical, bro, if I make the simplest mistake and it ain't even my fault, I just didn't follow a procedure. But it still ain't my fault. Let's say man was going to die anyway, but I don't do a particular procedure after the fact. Belmarsh, straight Belmarsh. There ain't gonna be no, bro. Same with you. You're working in your thing and you do a madness, There ain't gonna be no questions. It's gonna be,
Blame.
mate. You didn't blow your horn when you was coming around that corner.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't follow the safety protocol there, the procedure, and this man's lost his leg. Belmarsh, you're going to Belmarsh, like I remember one time some dude doing the escalators. He didn't. You're supposed to basically shut it down and make sure no one else can access it, so only one person can access the escalator, because you don't want a man turning it on when a man's working in there. Well, man fucked it up, fucked up the process. So the next engineers didn't know my man was working in there and switched the escalator on. So obviously my man did that. Through Belmarsh, brother. Belmarsh. That's what happens when you're the little man and you make a mistake at work and one person dies. It's Belmarsh things. You don't pass go. You don't collect $200. The company's just gonna say you killed this person through negligence at work. So it's Belmarsh, and you're gonna do a good 5 to 10 years for manslaughter, and on top of that, you're gonna get a civil lawsuit from the family or whoever you killed. So you're gonna have to deal with that. Or you could be Esau Edom, Mr. Trump, kill 250 children, charge it. No one's going anywhere. Charge it. And this is the difference. Esau gets to commit atrocities, swept under the rug. Tony Blair lied, swept under the rug. They can sweep things on the rug and move on from it. And now you're just talking about it, but the news ain't.
Precept?
Come.
Psalms 5 and verse 6. Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. The Lord will abhor the bloody and deceitful man.
That's who Esau is. You know, he's the bloody, and he's had his hand in almost every civil war, every flipping, like everything, man.
Anchor's War.
They've had their hand in everything. That's what the MI5 and the MI6 secret societies, I don't call them secret agencies because that gives you the wrong idea. They're secret societies. They're an extension of the secret societies. That's why it's called a secret. Yeah, they come in and they make an initiation and they're sworn to secrecy.
And because things have got to remain secrets, like they can't tell you certain things, right?
Yeah.
They can fabricate shit. It's
And
easy.
And you never get fired. That's because it's a secret. Just like you don't leave a secret society. You don't ever really leave the MI6 or CIA. Like Andrew Tate and his dad and them. Yeah, his dad's CIA. That means his dad was part of a secret society. Okay, that's what it means. Stop calling them secret agencies. That's not what it is. Right? It's a Masonic secret society that they're part of, and their job is to go around the world and cause confusion. That's what James Bond does in real life. In the movies, he's saving the planet and committing adultery. In real life, he's destroying the planet and committing adultery. These are the villains. They're the ones that go in and foment situations and foment wars
Push their way.
and push their wine to achieve their objectives
Yeah.
through blood.
They did that with Iran, right? They sent in the set up puppet leaders, and they had something called the White Revolution. I think it was the mid 1900s. You know, they called it the White Revolution in Iran. You had a guy called I think his name was Mohammed Reza Shah. His dad, I think his predecessor Reza Shah, actually turned the name from Persia to Iran. But then when Mohammed Reza Shah came into power, they put something called the White Revolution. You know, and that's when the women could vote. It was all kind of madness. But that was the West.
Iran was a very
They came up
different
in
place
there.
before.
Well, guess what?
Yeah.
Because the CIA, MI6, we saw the same organization. They're all Mossad. People look at them as different things. They're not. They're the same secret society that branched off in 3 different areas, but they all work together and they're all connected. Yeah. Now they work on the minds of the people here. Like Hollywood and the CIA is linked. You know, they're running psyops on the people in America. They're running psyops on the people in Britain. You know, they were running that psyop the other day too, with the band swimming in with his bike and shit. Hey,
Even
good.
you know that Professor Jang, he was basically speaking about how like they basically Hollywood can't make a movie where
Yeah.
what's it called?
United States
bad light.
military
Yeah,
uses.
like
Yeah.
in a bad light.
Yeah.
And how a lot of it, what is known for being so great, it's just PR.
It's
Propaganda.
bro,
Yeah.
It's propaganda.
You've been
PR.
PR'd. You've been PR'd. Yeah, it's PR, man. That's all it is, man.
PR the whole way.
You've been PR'd, man, and it's social engineering. You know, the different music, the all that
Why?
stuff, and it came out. Even Sony, the email they allowed to leak, and the email was Sony telling the next man, listen, we got these actors. If you want them, we can get them to promote this and promote that. Because all the actors are basically there under control to promote whatever they're told to promote. Yeah. They're social engineers, man.
I got a quick one.
Yeah.
This is Psalm 64:2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. You know, so that's the secret counsel of the wicked.
And they're spellcasters too.
Yes, well,
These are witches.
Well, even it came out with Sun. They was fucking around with some stuff, and the Lord sent a message. You know, but it just shows you that they have these things that's like wicked cauldrons of witchcraft.
Well, the scientific community for the longest while has been led by witches and warlocks, going back to the Lunar Society. Even when they were creating the atom bomb, they were occultists, and they were doing. Bro, I wish I could find. Back in the day before they wiped YouTube. there was a whole video where they were breaking down all the different rituals that were happening in the Manhattan Project, where people were getting pregnant and having abortions and all kind of stuff to bring about this bomb. There's always witchcraft going hand in hand with everything this man does. It's at the root of everything.
You remember when we went into information, that documentary, I posted a clip of Nazi Germany. They admitted like they're not, you know, the whole Gestapo and all that. Straight up witchcraft.
Yep.
They're doing like spells.
Absolutely. So then when you see the America is all about witchcraft and occultism and voodoo and judge. Trump is a magician. You know, and people don't realize, they don't understand that. But that's because they don't understand witchcraft. They don't understand how to see the symbolisms. But America is just one big bad ball, giant ball of witchcraft, man, on so many different levels, and that's why the people are under a spell. They're insane, but it's because of the multitudes of spells that they're absorbing every day through the things they wear, through the things they listen to. Because there's so many different forms of witchcraft.
Things that eat.
Inscription to the tattoos they're putting on their bodies.
Well, that's why when the scriptures say rebellion is as a sin
Sin
of
of
witchcraft.
witchcraft.
You know,
That's what he's trying to get you to rebel.
Yeah,
Like the politics is all witchcraft. The red and the blue lodge.
yeah.
It's all witchcraft, man. We told you about the inauguration and what that is.
With the idols.
All the idols that they worship, and Trump is part of that. They're all part of it. They're all witches and warlocks, man, and they behind closed doors, they're doing all the wicked sacrifices and casting spells, and they come out and put the little gematриas into their names and the dates and the numerologies. They play all them games, man. But they're gonna fail though. He's gonna finish 64 when he's done. But we didn't finish 64, and we didn't finish 13.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, you had that as well.
Yeah, but he wants to bring Nahum.
This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft.
The mystery, but you see, people underestimate it. I always say that because it's easy to get caught up on like the superficial, not understanding the underlying. So the music industry, yeah, it's about money, but look at the money itself. The money system is actually witchcraft. The dollar as a note is filled with inscription witchcraft. It's a talisman. But it's a talisman that's been dedicated to a particular purpose. That's why they have the New World Order on there. So the dollar itself as that note, when you take that note is empowered to produce the New World Order. And it's got, people have gone into it, all the inscriptions that's on there, the owls and
the
all
numbers,
that.
the numerals.
Oh shit, yo.
Yeah, man.
See, this is in inscription, you got symbolism, esoteric symbolisms. That's why you got even modern art. Modern art looks crazy, right? Modern art is just filled with witchcraft. So for you look at it like that means nothing. But to a witch, they can see all the symbolisms and they can see all the geometries and the numerologies that have been put into it. So Helena Blavatsky, which is a high-level witch, you could Google it. She was instrumental in modern art. And then they put period blood in there and all kind of, because that adds to it with the paint. They might put blood in the paint. You see the Prince Charles's painting he had that was all red. Right? This is a talisman. This isn't just a piece of paper that is an accountant of money. This is an actual talisman. And they got one of their idols on there. Isn't this George, Washington? Isn't that Washington?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it says there. Right? Now, what's in the Capitol building? The apotheosis of George Washington. What does apotheosis mean? It means to create a deity. So they've got one of the deities on the bill. This is a witchcraft in itself.
Most common.
This is why this note and the way it feels has made many a man or put many a man under a spell, where they're willing to do the most evil of deeds for this particular
Just to
note.
get it. And that's why the scripture says the love of money.
Yeah.
And they've changed that into money. But
They've
it's not
hyped
money.
this. Yeah, this isn't even money.
That's
so
not
it's a
even money.
spell.
Yeah.
And that's why even to this day they got the niggas throwing it around.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
You remember we were saying like, why are they throwing that shit around? Satan. Again, Fantasia, more witchcraft. Remember they still got these men throwing. There's something about holding that money in your hand that feels different. That's because it's witchcraft. Just like the cigarette packet has witchcraft on it. Just the geometry and the way it's designed and the feel of it. They put spell on it. It actually it's a real thing.
Well, this is a talisman.
Hey, take it, man, take it. No, I want it back now.
My precious.
No, but what we're saying is real, and most men will think you're crazy. Oh, it's just money. No. Witches and warlocks put thought into making that dollar bill. And they also made sacrifice, the designers.
That's why they got the pyramid on the back of it.
This is what I'm trying to say.
And the Latin,
Right. All
Like,
you got 70.
they got the little
what
owl
they
on
got to do
there.
with America.
Right.
You know, but it's showing you. Those in the know, they know what it's about and what it's for.
And then I'm sure if you go to the Federal Reserve building, there's going to be all kind of symbolisms and witchcraft built into the building. This is how they operate, man. So the core of America is just witchcraft, everything. And if you look closely, you'll find it everywhere. From the NASA project, worshipping the idols of Apollo and all that. Why are they doing that?
The founding fathers, they weren't Christians, right? They were Masons, right?
Franklin's house, man.
They were bare bodies, bare
Bodies.
bones and shit, right? Man had these face put up on the mountains, you know, on the Rushmore. This was not established by righteous, godly men.
These
You know?
are warlocks. They're wizards.
Yep.
You know, and they have trained wizards that deal with the numerologies and the geometries, and they know how to put certain names together and all that kind of stuff, man. And you'll lose your mind trying to clock it all because it's too demonic, like, you know.
It says here, talisman, it says key characteristics, physical form, usually a small item like a ring, gemstone, coin, or piece of art. Markings, often engraved or inscribed with special symbols, magical signs, or patterns.
There you go. There you go. So that's what they create. The Nike trainers. Inscription magic. It's all magic, man. Now I'm not saying you throw your Nikes away, is what it is. I'm just telling you the reality is them man to know what they're doing when they do like the cigarette packet. The cigarette packet has witchcraft on it. There's something about opening up the packet and the foil, and this dart is designed that way. It's witchcraft, man. That's who we're dealing with. We're dealing with people, they know what they're doing, but the average person don't know. So they just think it's like that just for the sake of it. Meanwhile, they're working a spell on it.
Yep. Even at the bottom of that pyramid, what did the Roman numerals, what did they add up to? 1776.
Right.
Which goes back to what? The birth of the Illuminati.
The birth of the
So that,
Illuminati.
even that, you know, them
Which they
foundations-
celebrated the other day, and they call it
Exactly.
celebrating America.
The American independence. Come on, man.
You know, even Alex Jones, the spirit of 1776,
Yeah.
because he's showing his allegiance.
Bro, this guy is
I know, I was gonna say, I've never seen this.
Mickey Mouse got demons on.
It's Disney. There's nothing more demonic than
yeah.
Disney.
Yeah.
Walt Disney
That's
is
what
a witch.
Yeah, he's popped
a lot
out.
of spells and all of that.
Because even the whole Mickey, you know the whole thing is actually an enchantment. That's insane.
Yeah.
If you, because you know sometimes
You're my Fantasia.
no Mickey, you know.
Oh, okay.
You know,
But that was the
he's-
main one they made, innit?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Fantasia one with him, innit?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the original one.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It was a magician.
Yeah. But even to now, you know the cartoons that's on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
You know sometimes, you know, shit, my daughter might watch it.
Yeah.
And then it's the opening scene of it all is them doing a little like seance to conjure up the spirit.
The magic of Disney.
Bro, I don't trust any man that dresses up in a fucking kid suit, bro. I don't trust none of them. You know? Yeah, bro, man's pedophile for real,
Mickey
man.
Mouse, bro. That's why they always get
Everything is
exposed.
all,
That
everything is
everything's the root of it all is all occultic and witchy, man. Wizardry.
Yep.
You know? And if you don't know, that's because you're not in the know. But if you want to get into the world, that's what they start teaching you, how to utilize witchcraft in your life. How to utilize judge.
It says here, word origin, history. The word comes from the French and Arabic telisam, which trace back to the ancient Greek word telisama, meaning a religious rite or completion of a ceremony.
go. So the dollar bill itself, these pound notes, they're all talismans.
Yeah.
You know, they're all talismans, man. It's all witchcraft at the end of the day. You know, tattoos. And they put, now everyone's got these tattoos on them. That's inscription. It's blood magic for one. Because to put the tattoo, you have to draw blood, and it's inscription magic. So it's two forms of magic into one. You know? And this is athletes get it, you know, and then people start copying the athletes and the musicians. You got what's his name? Got a big pentagram on his damn head.
Fucking
Birdman. What? You think you just do that because it looks cool? Nah, the man's they know what they're doing. But these average everyday people might copy it, thinking it's cool, but they don't know what they're doing. That's because they're lower level. They're not even initiate level. But the initiates and the guys above know exactly what they're doing.
Even the scientists with the food. Remember when we saw that information, bro, where the scientists tested how to make the right combination of food to make it as addictive as possible. Like, you know, you got what's it? Like the whole
But even the
concept
colours.
Yeah, even the
The
colours.
red, yellow, and red together makes you hungry.
Brown as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, even remember what's it? We was looking at it. Like the whole point of it is to just melt and just go. But it's basically, it's like, because it has no depth to it, your body can't even process that it's even eating. So it's like, it's just in there and go. Cornflakes. Yeah. Even cornflakes. That nigga, man, was the 69 god. that nigga used to pump liters of water in his behind and fucking cream and yogurt. Apparently that killed your gut and shit. So, and guess what? Even in that, there was presidents of that time that went to him and got freaked out by Kellogg's.
You know? That's crazy. Yeah, but when you look into all these people, these pioneers, you look close enough, they're all members of the body. Just like today, Elon Musk, Altman, all these guys. Look, Elon Musk's family is literally a cult family.
Yeah.
Like literally, like people think he's a genius. No, he's not. He just was chosen to be the one to be at the forefront. Like, but that guy is not a genius. He's not Iron Man. He's not inventing a damn thing. You know what I mean? You heard him talk? Guy's retarded, like. And he's not the one tweeting either. They've got a little team of people that's doing the tweeting for him. Just like Trump. Trump doesn't, come on, man. I think the man's up at 3 a.m. in the morning tweeting.
Yeah, he's tweeting about Christians in Nigeria.
No, that's that. They got a whole team of people that know what to say, when to say it, and how it affects people. The PR people, man. AI.
It says, because of the multitude of the boredom of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of
Yeah, because
hosts.
your whole family, man, is under demonic attack. Like the kids' toys, like warping your kids' the brands are after your kids' brains, man. Your kids want the brand, not even because it's quality. Children don't even understand quality, they just understand brand. You're supposed to like something because it's quality, but they make you just like it because of the brand. That's witchcraft, man. That's witchcraft, man. So you don't even understand value. You're just chasing the brand, and kids, they're brought into that, and then all of a sudden they'll run after a particular brand of a thing, and they don't even know what it means. The toys is all making the toys look that they do all kind of crazy shit. I remember when I was younger, man. You looking at the oh shit, yeah, I want that toy. And then you pester your parents to get this fucking toy, thinking when it comes, it's gonna be lightning firing out his ass and all kind of shit. And when you get it, it's just like
Beyblade, bro. I used to feel it.
Bro, you need imagination. You know, it's
bro, this shit ain't doing what it was doing on the TV. It's false advertising.
I know
man.
I thought it would, but you know, I don't know why you thought that.
Bro, that Beyblade, man.
Yeah, that
Bro,
Beyblade was
I was
hard.
hurt. I never had the Beyblade, man.
Action Man was the one.
Bro,
Yeah, Action Man. I was gonna mention that as well.
Yeah, man. But
you have to make up storylines for him. Yeah, he goes to the compound.
That was
You have to make it up, man.
It's witchcraft, man.
You have to do the hard work yourself, innit?
Your cards and shit.
Just show the actual toy what it does.
You don't do nothing.
Nah, they're just showing
They
like
don't
it's
do
all this
nothing.
fucking
So you
theatrics.
putting the batteries in.
He might talk.
They see it quickly.
It's if you have to go to the shop just to get
Bro,
it.
man had a
To get the
plane,
pack.
yeah. So my mom bought this plane. In the advert, it's moving and that. When you get the plane now, it just goes along the floor and goes, and then it does that, and then it goes back down.
So she
That's what that thing
so she didn't buy the remote control plane for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought that's what it was going to do because they had the thing flying around.
No, I think my parents for that, man.
It says, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and I will set thee as a gazing stock.
That's right, because in the end, all this witchcraft, all this wickedness that they've done is going to lead to great judgment and shame. Man. It's not going to be all clean badness to the end, blood, and everything's nice. The Lord's going to show, listen, man, these people were really foul, which they really were. The America's really a foul place, man. It's based upon all kind of incestuous. But look at these men become celebrities, and then all your children become prey, bro. You gotta sacrifice all your children to the beast, blood. I remember one woman was talking about, I forgot who it was Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Next man up in the bedroom with his kids. Man was telling the story, like, all that sounds spooky to me, dog. And then you see, look at his son. Man's turned out.
Bro, that ain't good, bro.
Because yeah, the children of these celebrities are brought into this freaky world.
Yeah.
You gotta sacrifice your children to this, bro.
Well, look at that dude from fucking Home Alone. He has no soul.
Bro.
He's
Yeah, the child actors and all that.
Well, that's his name,
Probably
isn't
cool.
it? That nigga has no, like, he has no air. He's done.
They're messed up.
He has no
But
soul.
everyone wants to be these celebrities. But how many of these celebrities are messed up, mentally just mash up? It's like, look at Little Kim. Look what she looks like.
Oh yeah, I saw it today. She got a new surgery.
Bro,
How did she make herself look worse, bro?
Yeah.
She used to look
bro,
good.
them demons, bro. It's the ghosts of Mars. Remember that movie where the demons go on you, make you all mutilate yourself? And that affects a lot of people. Like a lot of what they're doing, a lot of young men and young women start mutilating themselves because that's what it is. You know,
Luke Maxing there, isn't it?
looks maxing and all that, man. He looks like a demon.
Well, even that goes on to another aspect, because basically self-mutilation is popularized. Everyone's getting, Vinny, his chin, you know.
Was that real? Did that end up being real?
I don't know. Is it real?
Yeah.
Brazilian guy.
Yeah,
That's
nigga's chin.
Son.
But then it's
Man,
like,
superstar still.
basically everyone,
Man's like Usher now.
yeah.
Demons.
Everyone's doing a BBL. You know, everyone's taking out ribs to have a
Rice,
right.
man.
Kate, bro, she looks like she looks scary, bro. You see her, you shout. You know? Yeah.
She's trying to remember big 30 still.
You know, you
All that is
got,
blood sacrifice.
and then you got people. Think of it. You got people that look in the mirror and they see themselves as fat and they're stick thin. That's demons, man. And a lot of them demons is, like I said, it's spells that's being cast on people. All these mental health issues is really demons, actually. So it's no mistake that America has the most people with the mental health problems because they're under spells and these demons just running riot, man.
Bro, even people have perfectly normal teeth. Like, don't get me wrong, if you have a dental, emergency, fair enough.
Gets
But,
in that.
yeah, if you have a dental emergency, it is what it is. But I'm talking about people who have normal teeth. They shave their shit. It look like fangs. Pygmies. Yeah, pygmies. It looks like the pygmies and shit. And then they just get a clip and just stick on their teeth, bro. Every conversation.
There was one guy I was working with, some Latin geezer. He tattooed his eyeballs, man.
Oh shit.
Jet black.
Well, that is scary.
And I looked at him and I said, you know what? I saw him and I just said, man, you alright? Because I know that it's demons. But he's actually, he gets a kick out, he thinks it's scary. But I'm just like, you good? But this geezer's like, bro,
This guy had no fear going blind, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a straight demon, man.
Just firmed it.
I ain't gonna lie, it was a little bit,
Was
you
it
know,
was it
to see,
Asmodeus
but I was
doing
like,
some shit?
this is just a demon.
That's crazy.
That was in the movie. In the movie, Michael, that's what he done. So the demon Asmodeus was he was actually turning a man into turning a woman into him. He was plastic surgery. Yeah, because plastic surgery is a demon.
It's really blood sacrifice.
Yeah, because that's what in the account and what Elijah.
Yeah, Elijah was cutting their flesh.
Yeah, they were cutting their flesh, onto their gods. Yeah.
Well, hold on. You had the guy that was cutting his flesh at the tomb.
Yeah.
You know, even the legion on him.
Legion,
You know, he was cutting himself day and night.
For we are many.
And you look at the children, so
scary,
many
bro.
children have got suicidal thoughts, all these different things.
Depression.
Red rum, you know, they're because America, the TV, the music, all that stuff, fuck your brain up, the food,
cartoons.
the vibrations, that's with the microwave, everything's just casting spells, man. You're lucky to get out of here
Well,
with your
shit,
sanity.
even the clothes. Niggas are killing each other for Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan.
Yeah.
Heavy
But
with
there's a demon in the shoe, bro.
That's them shit ain't that nice. But man's laugh about that. But they would have done. Nike is a demonic company. They would have done sacrifices and all that for it, man. They've got special demons on it, man.
That's in a demon in the shoe.
Bro, the trainers ain't that nice, bro. Trainers are trainers, bro. This man's moving mad over a pair of trainers.
Nah, Jordan's a fan.
No, I'm not saying you might not like a pair, but is it that deep, bro?
Nah, it's not.
These some men are worship. Oh, nah.
J's on my feet.
Yo, man.
Well, man are fighting over fucking burgers and fucking drive-throughs.
Whenever you're in too deep, you got a demon on you. There's one thing to like something to a certain level, but when you're going in, like you could like a celebrity, but when you're hanging around outside his house, bro, to see, you know, what I mean? Yeah. You got a demon on you. You got demons on you. You got that. They got you, man.
Yeah, you're a fan. You're a fan. Yeah, fanatic. Yeah. I mean, that's it, man.
Yeah, bro.
You got a personal idol.
Cool by the spell.
Yeah, you're under a spell, man. It's not that deep, bro.
It don't matter how much Travis Scott does. You still go to that concert.
The demon. Get sacrificed.
Sing over your
Queen
corpse.
Bee. Beyonce, the Queen Bee.
Singing over man's corpse. And then you got apparitions jumping all over the crowd.
A fucking horse.
What the fuck? You gonna be there and this guy's singing over corpses?
Yeah.
And you, I mean, what the fuck? You
But
can't
wasn't
breathe.
Ozzy Osbourne and them man biting off bat heads?
Oh, God.
Shit.
And they tried it out with the Beatles. The Beatles had heavy witchcraft on them, and they were infatuating all these women. And then a lot of that too is faked at first. So it's like what they'll do is like they have actors, and then people start absorbing it. Okay,
They deserve to be praised.
and then now they start acting like it, man.
The iPhone, same thing. Is a playbook Esau keeps running over and over again. People lining up 2 days before the launch of a new iPhone. What are you doing, bro? Go shower.
Apple technology. But the thing is, didn't they sell the first Mac for like $666?
Yeah.
So even that, $666. Come on, bro. Like,
And some men are fanatical about the Apple because
even that.
these companies, man, they use demons to get people hooked on certain things, man. And man don't even think logically no more. Like, I buy what's good. These men are just buying it because of the brand. Like, oh, I must have it.
Well, even like the drugs, obviously you know people get addicted to drugs, but that's witchcraft, man. You know, and they push that in the street.
Well, again, going back to the secret society known as the CIA, LSD.
But they're always
And the
making new
MK
compounds and
Ultra.
shit. You know what I mean?
The LSD literally came out of the MK Ultra program. What are they doing?
Parliament.
Witchcraft. Because remember when you hear about Haiti, the man talking about Haiti and the zombies, yeah? Because they would use the pufferfish thing and turn a man into a zombie. But that's what Esau was trying to do. He's trying what chemicals and what can I do, or what rituals can I make to make a man under my mind control.
That's why they went to China to the opium wars, why they went to Afghanistan. Because they're using all these chemicals, man, to bug the shit out of people, man. You know? That's
LSD, they literally created that and tested it on students and stuff, man.
Like literally that whole hippie movement, fucking LSD was just like it funded the whole thing. Like they'll go to campuses with guys.
Watch man bug out.
Yeah, smoking weed with demons.
Yeah, you go
Why
do
is-
this
oh, shit.
He was high as shit.
Talking mushrooms.
You finish now, yeah? So Isaiah 47, verse 12. I'll read it in your T public show. It says, now use your magical charms. Use the spells you have worked at all these years.
Oh, it's
not a joke.
bro. Them man, God bless them, but them man on a spell, bro. If you ever seen these American like you know when they come up to election time and they have these stadiums where these them people are under a spell. Man's are rolling out the celebrities. And it was like, bro, we don't nowhere in the world I've seen act like that. That's a different type of spell. That the man that into American politics, their head's gone. You know, they're gone, and they don't realize that's a spell. You're not even thinking logically no more.
Even the national anthem, bro.
Yeah.
The way they go about that.
Lovely voice.
Bro, you go back and type into YouTube like Trump rally. You see these people
Bro,
are
them
under a
niggas are
spell.
hypnotized, bro.
They're hypnotized. They're under a spell, but they've got it in there. They got the music and then they got all that. The Erica Kirk things.
Yeah, that's what I was
The Erica Kirk things was a straight up ritual, and you're just watching these man TPUs. They're under a spell. You can see that they're under a spell. It's insane, man. And you can't talk to a person. I don't talk to someone that goes something like that.
There's a lot of demonic energy there.
Yeah, bro, their mind is completely captured. That's why they're up there on stage laughing. You look at these people. They're eating it all down. Demons everywhere, just feasting.
The Lord's bringing them down, man, because they had that 4th of July celebration. The parachuters got stuck on a pole or something. One of them guys coming down with them, you know, the parachute with the American flag on it, and they got mashed up.
And even the American flag is witchcraft.
Yep.
And pentagrams all over that too.
They're not bringing them down.
It says, use the spells you have worked at all these years. Maybe they will do you some good. Maybe they can make someone afraid of you. All the advice you receive has made you tired. Where are all your astrologers, those stargazers who make predictions each month? Let them stand up and save you from what the future holds.
It was the same in Egypt, right? Because when all the plagues, pests were hitting America, man, hitting Egypt, right? They had their seers and that trying to, you know, the magicians trying to stop these things from happening, right? But they couldn't do a damn thing against the Lord, you know. So all this effort, because don't get it twisted, Esau's put a lot of effort into this. This is supposed to be the most diligent he's ever been. In wickedness, he's well into it.
Yeah, and there's certain things that he can do. Like even with this, you know, heart, you know, the seeding clouds, making storms happen. That's something he's always doing, man.
Yeah.
A lot of these floods and earthquakes, he's just doing it. Because now, like especially this drought, man, something spooky about this drought. Like, don't be surprised if mad floods just spark out of nowhere.
Because once again, I was thinking about that earlier on. It's the fact that you've had the fertilizer issue, and then to compound that, a massive drought on top. Basically, the crop. I mean, I'm interested to see what the harvest this year is
I've
going to
got
be
nothing left. Like, ain't got nothing left, bro.
It's going to be like that, man.
It's gonna be like fucking
And at the same time, because that's the thing as well about farming, I don't know how it is in the States, but here the big corps are the ones that really set the price. So the farmer may be like, look man, I actually can't sell these goods at this price. I've got to sell it at this much. But Tesco's like, look, bro, you're selling it at that price.
We're in agreement.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, but again, only, however it's being done, it's the Most High has put this all in motion. Because it's the Most High bringing about the famines and you know, the plagues and that. Right? Because this place needs to be destroyed, and this is the process it's going through.
Bro, when the missile drop on America, use harp to put out the fire. Nah, listen. And that's what I always tell man about witchcraft. It works until it don't work. You know that. Everyone knows that. The obvious man, aisle up the thing, give man the ring. Man's dodging bullets flying through, man. Man, I see our three of him. I don't know which one to shoot. Yeah, no, it's
You know what I was looking at the other day though? You see what these wildfires got going on in it, right? Yeah. And because Esau, you know, he's so fucking great that he can just do anything, right? But my man's still trying to put out fire with water, blood. And then man, trying hard to put this fire out. Oh, the Lord was it, man would just tell it to stop, blood. Yeah. You ain't on no level. Yeah. You gotta do this fighting fire. Man's fighting with the fire, bro. Bro, it's mad, isn't it?
The forces of nature is different. It's different, bro.
Man, it's taking weeks and days to try and tame the fire. Man can't tame the fire though, it's still growing. Because man's still trying to throw water or sand or whatever, whatever they're trying to do to it, they still can't manage it. But the power of the Lord is just, it's uncomparable, man. Yeah, so Esau will never be on that level. Yeah, no, Esau, no matter what he's got heart, it don't matter. It don't matter what he's got.
Listen, your technology will only work as so far as it serves the purpose for the fulfillment of the word of the Heavenly Father. it will never be able to overturn. And this is the issue. You think that you can build up enough witchcraft and power that you can overturn, thus saith the Lord, but you ain't. Everything, you're only going to be able to do what the Lord has instructed you to do to a certain point, and then you're just going into slavery. And then that's when your witchcraft, that's when that's when you need the witchcraft. You know that goal, you score all these goals, but you need it in the final. That's when you need to score. You know what I'm saying? Like when the Lord comes, that's when the witchcraft has to mean something. Because that's when you need to be like, get over the line. You ain't getting over the line. Because like we've said already, the witchcraft only goes so far. And there comes a point where it don't work. And that's always been like that throughout history. The Egyptians, they had the witchcraft. High level. They could turn their staffs into snakes and do different things. But that didn't help them. They went down when it was the pivotal moment for all the witchcraft to work for them. It didn't work. Shit started berserking. You know, like, you're pressing the remote and it ain't working, bro. It stopped working. Yeah, you start knocking and then you hear the little thing rattling around and it, you know, it ain't gonna work. And that's America. Don't matter what, is a great symbol of your witchcraft and your power. But when America gets destroyed, you're not gonna get no new world order. You're going into slavery. Simple as that. Like, there's no glory, there's no legacy. Lord's just gonna turn up and overpower you. There's no technology. What are you gonna do in the face of the Lord? Nothing.
Quick precept. This is Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bound that he cannot pass.
Yeah, you're on the Lord's time. The Lord already knows the day and the time that you're gonna go down. And when you go down, the thing about man, bro, is like when the Lord puts you down, man, it's a sad thing. Because a man, we're very temporal. We can have moments of glory. We've been there. There's a time when man, when you were young, you could run and you could jump and you felt like you could do that forever. And then there just comes a day when your knee pops, like hamstrings popped, and you're like, right. Now you have to deal with that, and ain't no going back. You're just a slave to the judgment of the Lord, bro.
Things will never be the same again.
Things will never be the same. Everyone's been there, bro. Like where man's rising, you think you're that guy, and that you could go down to
and it's something we observe all the time. You know, everyone's into sports, right? Everyone's seen their favorite player be at the peak of his powers, but he's gonna fade away eventually. Same with boxers, everything.
Yeah.
We see it so often, but America's supposed to be this exception. They're gonna run forever, blood.
Bro.
It ain't happening.
We've seen everything. The baddest warriors get defeated, get embarrassed. You know what I mean? It's happened. Like Saul was a great warrior, and through the word of the Lord, the mighty weapons of warfare, he fell in battle, man. This how the thing go. It ain't nothing new. You're just gonna have to learn that. You man were gassed up so high that you thought that your joyride was so long, you thought that it could never come to an end. But when it comes to an end, it's gonna be a huge shock to the system, because that very same day, everything, bro, you're cooked. The minute we put you in slavery, you're gonna know. All you're gonna know is despair from that moment onward. All you're gonna know, because the power you felt is just gonna dissipate.
Oh yeah.
Because you ain't got the power to tell a man do this and do that no more. The power's gone. Now we're telling you what to do. Now you're in fear, something you never felt before. What's going on? You're fear. You know, when am I gonna eat next? Like, is man just gonna whip man randomly? Because there's gonna be bare random whippings, bro.
Oh hell yeah.
You know,
No reason.
them ran no reason. Unreasonable. Unreasonable. Man was working hard too, just for the good measure.
Man was employee of the week.
Beat man up.
Yeah,
Beat man up. Top man up.
bro, it's different. But when you never experienced it, man, you don't know what it's like. Esau and these top elites, they don't know what it's like to be at the bottom, to be at someone else's mercy like that, to be powerless.
Pray.
But they're gonna find out, and one day it's just gonna change for them. Bam! Oh shit, it's over.
Where's my lawyer?
Yeah. You can't do this to me.
Yeah, I got rights.
It's over, buddy.
Galatians 6:3. For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself.
And that's why humility is important, man.
Humble, man.
Yeah, man.
You have to stay humble, eh?
But because Esau's become the most proud, it's just describe him as almost proud.
Yeah.
He got, you see the biggest humiliation.
Bro, man's on the TV telling man about how, oh well, you know, when the God of the, you know, before the God of the Bible wanted to punish the people, he could just send the flood or a drought. But now we got the technology. Bro, you were taking the piss, bro. You got up on TV and said that. angels in the spirit were like, oh, that just said.
That you're gonna confound the Most High. Oh, what do I do about that? How do I overcome this? Bro, smash up your whole team, bro.
Talking wicked, bro. Like,
Your whole team.
like your technology can overturn the
Judgment.
word of the Heavenly Father. That's insane, man.
Bro, the Most High could crack the fucking earth, blood.
Like an egg.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you gonna do to that?
You know what I mean? Like, it's fools. But that's why the scripture said, the fool have said in his heart, there is no God. Because you're gassed off this carnal world and the power that you perceive that you have over it.
And the non-intervention.
Yeah,
You
because the
know?
Lord wanted to, man. The Lord will just tear you out, and He will, and that's the thing. But for now, you're gonna get your opportunity with your little mark of the beast.
Yeah. This is Psalms 149, verse 6. Let the high praise of Yahweh be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
Punishment. So a lot of men don't realize that it's not just gonna be, oh yeah, they're just gonna be working. Nah, bro.
No.
Nah, there's gonna be punishments too. What you think? Bro, you think you man did all this, and we're just gonna be like, all right, Johnny, just
Build that house over there.
Go in there and just build this fence. Nah, blood. Bare scourges, bare psychological terrors, bare whippings, bro. Bare psychological things.
But Esau was doing that, man. He was always making an example of Jake. To this day, 12 years a slave,
Yeah.
let's make an example out of it. Certain cases now where it won't even be that deep, but then Esau will have a Jake go into prison for years.
Yeah, you're gonna suffer, man. You're gonna suffer the loss of family members, friends. You're gonna know what it's like to grow a bond with a man, and then that man just get taken out. You never see him again. Because we had to face. We were just working. Man had to live with your children being taken away, wife being taken away from your parents. But so you think it's gonna go and it's gonna be cool? You're just gonna clock in. No, you're gonna know the whip. You're gonna know pain. You're gonna know fear. You're gonna know like not knowing what's gonna happen. Man might just wake up that day and decide bare executions today. You ain't making it. You ain't making it. And it ain't gonna be wicked because you know what? You've got a lot to pay for. You're gonna have a rap sheet of wickedness that we gotta balance. So imagine you got this guy like Epstein in the kingdom. After all man's done, you think all you're gonna do is work, fam. You've earned yourself bare burnings, bare whippings, bare psychological torture.
Yes.
It's Wisdom of Solomon 12, verse 22. Therefore, whereas thou dost chasten us, we've been under the hands of you Edomites to do how you felt to do it, right?
Lynchings.
Right, and so we all know the history. There's plenty of books, but like we say, it's not the whole story. There's more, right? It says, "Thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more."
Man might just get a back pain that just won't go away. Man just hit man with a back pain. Man still have to work through it. You have to firm it, man. Every day just niggling that man. You know them ones. You know? You have to have
Demon
that.
attached to it.
It's just hurt.
Fuck him up.
Yeah, like it ain't gonna be
Piggyback
just that,
plan.
man. That's why in the kingdom it's not just gonna be like working, because they're gonna be slaves anyway. Like throughout, no, there's gonna be punishments attached to the work. We're gonna randomly do things. I might make them fight out.
Make
Yo,
them
fight out.
fail the mission.
Yeah, just to broke them up, man. That's why it says they're gonna be broken into shivers because they got a lot they have to pay for. All of the tortures and the rapes and the pain that Jake felt, you have to get that back.
Yeah.
The despair, you won't feel the despair, man. So the whip is, the whip is gonna be getting handed out for no reason.
Yes.
What did I do? Nothing.
Well, and there's
You're
also
alive.
how dismissive a lot of these Edomites are about their crimes, man. Well, things that they did to Jake, they make it seem like it was just, it's like, no, bro, you're guilty.
Yeah. And you ain't gonna get no tribunal, no help.
Get pills.
Man.
No bailout.
Ibuprofen, man. You know what I mean? There. Hey, no alcohol. hey, my slaves, the Edomites, I don't know about the other slaves, they might get a little taste of something if you're good. But the Edomites, they damn sure ain't getting no alcohol.
Hey man, they had their fill, bro. Yeah, they've had their fill in this world. They've had their fill, man.
Alcohol for what, blood? Alcohol's to make a man merry, blood, to drown souls, blood. You gonna have to face the bitterness, blood.
They're gonna get it. They're gonna get mashed up.
What did my man say? H2O. Cristiano Ronaldo said it. That's what they're gonna be getting, H2O, blood. You're gonna just get water, blood. Hold that.
Spiked water.
For Baruch 4 and 24, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power which shall come upon you with great glory.
So they're gonna see it, man, and then from then on, they're gonna be. Esau's envious and jealous of us now. So in the kingdom, we gotta show, man, like, bro, I'm good. They're gonna see the big house. Look how them man are living. Look how them man are rolling. Like,
With power.
you know, they're gonna see it,
Bigger than we ever did it.
and they're gonna be hurting, bro. They're gonna be hurt, like envious. I wish I could, but no, you can't, bro. You can't roll like me.
Never.
You can't smell like me. It's different out here.
You
Yeah,
never
get back
could.
in that pit.
You never cool.
Hey, I'll be like, hey, you sold your girlfriend, bro.
Right. They're gonna be jealous as hell. They're gonna be envious, man.
You didn't want it.
You know what I mean? Just like how they try and style on Jake now. 'Cause we gonna be living good, up high on the horse, man. They gonna be living down, man,
Mud.
in the
Yes.
mud, dirty and stink, bro.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And we gonna turn our noses up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what is this fellow?
Look at me, boy.
When they did that to us, you eyeballing me. You eyeballing me.
Yeah, and that's what they want to go back to. The average Edomite wants to have that power, where that's what the whole campaign about being able to say the nigga word. I want the power to be able to intimidate the average nigga, because that's the power they had before. The average Edomite could just come and violate. And you had to just, you could be a 6'8" Jake here, and when some baconite here that can't do a 100-meter sprint here, is gonna come and try and violate you. And in real life, you just grab him by the throat and kill him, but you couldn't, because you knew if I even say the wrong word, there's gonna be retribution against me. And that's what they want to go back to. The average mediocre Edomite knows that in 2026, like in London, they just roll up on Jake and be like, yeah, nigga, like, man might lose his life. So they're fearful. They don't like that. They want to be able to just get an ego boost.
Yeah.
They want to be able to put a big Jake down. That's why they love when they've got a Jake working for them in the workplace and he's big, so they can tell him what to do. Look like they're the big, because they want the ego boost. But in realistic terms, the average Edomite doesn't get an ego boost off Jake no more. Jake could just slap him up.
Average Edomite ain't got no money, got no IQ, got nothing that gives him any advantage in any situation, bro. So he's down bad. You know, and you look at that Jake, you know, the handsome, big,
They
bulky
got
Jake.
Twitter.
For now.
High IQ.
You know, you see Jake getting the gals and shit, man, he's angry, he's pissed. And he can't even call you a nigga, man, he's pissed.
The one thing
Put
you
you
had
down a peg. They put you down a peg. That's what they want to put you down a peg.
Yeah, they want to put you
They
down
want
the
to put you down because
peg.
they see you doing too much.
Because they used to have that. They used to have that ability
Oh,
to just
Jake
violate.
got Audis and Mercedes Benz now.
Oh, how did he get that?
Yeah.
How did he get that?
Nah, he's just a nigga.
Bro, it don't matter because you don't look good in it anyway.
That's right.
Everybody knows the black
right.
man look better in the BMW.
That's why we in all the adverts.
yeah. You don't look good in it, bro.
Yeah.
You know, you don't look good in brands. You're just not meant for that life.
I remember the coronation.
You can't put gold chain on the pig, bro. It don't
Yeah,
work.
but
Like.
that's the thing. He's the pig,
Yeah, that's
isn't
what I'm
he?
saying. That's it.
He's a
Remember
swine.
the coronation of Charles?
Oh.
Man, he was wearing all the regal attire. It just didn't look right. But then when Michael was wearing it, I was like, yeah.
You ain't supposed to
That's
have.
it.
You're the one that ain't supposed to have nothing good, and you won't. In the kingdom of heaven, life's gonna be bad for you, man. Because ain't gonna be no Friday night party. On a Friday night, we let you go and party. What party? You gonna hear a party going on? Part of it. They can't even have a party, bro. Edomites be on Twitter just crying. Oh, look at him. Jake's just there chilling, bro. Jake just be there, bro. Jake on the beach having a barbecue. This is Scotland. It's like, yo, what? Like, man can't even just have a cookout, bro. They don't like to see Jake having no fun, bro. It burns them. It burns them to the core, you know. Hey, bro, they can't celebrate. Bro, Brother sent me a video. Some Arsenal players, like, they must have been doing a little small-sided game. A man scored a goal and started celebrating in the corner. Man's like, you could tell these guys are so annoying. Wow. Bro, they're so hurt. But these guys, because in school they were in set 3. So they were always looking at Jake doing all these athletic things. And when you can't do it, it hurts. I want to dunk too.
And he beat you on the test papers too.
Yeah, because they ain't that smart, man. That's what we found out. Most of you ain't
We
gonna
know.
get
We
GCSEs.
know.
We grew up around you. We work with
They
you.
weren't better. Obviously, you had your few smart guys here and there, but that's not the average either, man.
And that's not the dudes on Twitter.
No, it's not.
It's not. That's what makes me the most angry, because it's not the
smart person
actual
would have been
smart
on there.
Edomites that's on Twitter talking about IQs. It's these dumb bacon
They ain't got
guys
IQ.
that don't even know what IQ means. Intelligence coefficient. He didn't even know that. Go on.
Psalm 75 and verse 8. For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red, it is full of mixture.
Red like Lisa.
And he poureth out of the same, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them.
And all the nations have done wickedness. So everybody has to drink. Even Israel have to drink.
Yeah.
We have drunk.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I love how Amos 1 is written in the KJV, man. Also, whenever I reread it, it's just like it's listing out crimes. It's like, all right, for Eden, right? Such and such crimes. This is your punishment. Bam. Oh, that was last week, isn't it? 2 weeks ago. Bam.
And we'll not turn away the punishment.
That's it.
We
Yeah.
won't turn it away. You all have to drink, man.
Yeah, you sick people. You decided that no one should own anything. So that's why you're not gonna, in the kingdom of heaven, you're not gonna have nothing. And then you're gonna be destroyed. So you're not even gonna get the opportunity to live under righteous rulership, man, and have a part in it, to have some kind of stake. You're gonna have no stake. You're gonna help build it, and then you're gonna die.
But
So there's no legacy.
But that's the curses, right? The enemies are the curses that they shall build but not, not inhabit, and all these types of things. They shall, sow but not reap.
You're gonna have no legacy in the earth, no name to be remembered by. Just shame, which is right. Yeah. And then after that, you still had someone had Revelation 13.
I've got that.
And something else we didn't finish as well.
There was an article you asked about.
Yeah, and you did that. Yeah, that back on the AI. Got segued into finding out this. It gets like that.
It's Joel 20 verse 18. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be.
Yeah, meaning everything you own, your entire wealth. You know, I was thinking, because yesterday I went to the Beatrix Potter thing, yeah? And the way they tried to sell it was that she grew up on a farm and she wrote these books. The truth is, her granddad was involved in the cotton industry. And her dad inherited that wealth and then also did some stockbroking. She grew up in South Kensington with maids and and servants. And then she wrote the books and then got money off the books, obviously, and then moved to the Lake District and bought up a whole bunch of land in the Lake District. But she didn't come from no humble beginnings, man. She's already rich. And now they're even more rich. You know what I mean? No, all of your wealth, the entire wealth of the first world is going to become the wealth of the elector of Yahweh Shem. All of it. All of it. And then because that's not going to pay off your debt, slavery.
Can I grab that real quick? This is Job 20 and 15. It says, he hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly.
Yes, and that includes all the hidden gold and silver and the hidden treasures that we deem worthy, the jewels, the rubies that are in the king's treasures that they possess. Because these elites, they have treasure hoards that's personal, that they show each other, but the public ain't privy to see what they got. They got all kind of things.
Even the treasures that are lost at sea, if you still stole them, they don't know with their original owners, so that needs to go back too. It's all going to be gathered up.
Yeah, even like when you said about swallowing down riches, it's like fucking food poisoning. You know what I mean? Like you swallow it down and vomiting is involuntary. You ain't got a choice. When that shit's coming up, you ain't. Well, you keep that down. Yeah, it's just, you can't stop it. You're there all tense.
And this is why we say,
You're just in that basin like, don't do it. Your whole body's like, and then you just.
Something like start again. Just bare crunches like.
But this is why we're not relying on Esau to give us anything, right? Because the Most High is going to make him do it.
That reparations thing is a joke. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Esau ain't gonna give man no reparations, man. The reparations he owes is everything, man. He owes everything. He ain't gonna decide to do
Including
that.
his life, man.
Yeah.
Many times over.
His lives.
Many times over, man. So you're back in Job 20 verse 18. So according to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein.
Yeah, you ain't know what listen, man. We get it, man. Listen, I get it. You know when you done bad in this year, nobody wants to give up everything. That don't make no sense. I wouldn't accept that. Man said everything? Yeah, everything. But I can't even just keep it. No, you can't keep none of it. You can't keep none of the land. You can't keep none of the resources.
But expose you how like, with Esau and Jake do these crimes, they get 3 life sentences. Life plus 200 years. Well, he actually goes feel that
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
you go die, you go come back, born again, you go and serve.
Hella confused.
Go right into captivity. Yeah, you go be straight in there.
Out there in the field.
Part of the chain gang.
Hey, because they ain't no such thing. What they talk about? Child labor? We ain't got no laws against child labor, but you go just like when Jake was in the West Indies. As soon as you could walk, you was working. You was working, man.
Because that's what that demon Heyman Malone was trying to talk about, man. Yeah, he was trying to be like, oh, and they've got a baby. Change like, what's the baby gonna do?
You know what first I thought of though, because this guy, these fucking idiots are such fucking hypocrites, right? What good is a baby? What was you using babies for?
Exactly.
Bait.
Alligator bait.
Bait. So maybe we'll just use you for fucking bait. How about that? You know? Because you're just a demon, bro. Like, come on, man. You think you're gonna say shit like that and not? Bro.
Like you don't care about
Moral high
babies.
ground.
Let's be honest.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
These Edomites have babies because they have to.
Yeah.
Just about.
No,
Just
their
about.
birthright
it's gone. Death day is coming. Death day is coming. Yeah.
Weak ejaculation.
I mean,
Push out one sperm at a time.
break it down, innit?
Sorry.
The brothers don't know.
Yeah, I'd have to bring up the article again, man. But death day is basically the day, the future date.
Deaths outweigh the
Births.
That's
Right?
crazy.
That day is coming.
And they're blaming everyone else.
But when you look at all of the so-called first world, right? They're all going through, right? Because basically, I think it has to be like 2 point something children per woman, right? Total fertility rate. I mean, that's what that fascinates me. It's like 2 point something per children per child, and then like you look at Europe, it's like 1.2, 1.3. Bro, for real. Would you call it Korea, Japan 0.8? Even Italy's like 0.9 or something like that. You know what I'm
Pathetic.
saying? But then, even in that, what was it? You had someone be like, oh, look at them African nations. We need to stop giving them aid because they're the only ones having children. I was like, bro.
But then the funny thing is, them man are saying, but when the immigrants moved to the Europe, they have children. So it's like, bro, you could be having children. The problem is that you Edomites, right? Your mindset is not geared towards that. First of all, most of you are latent homosexuals. Secondly, your mindset is geared to yourself. So you got your life you want to live. So you're not worried about having no children. This is the crux of the whole matter, man. You will not sacrifice the life you want to live in order to have children.
You'll be looking at like Elam with lots of yards or Elam with cars and this. But if you see how Elam be living in the UK, it'll be like a 3-bed yard with like 10 people in it. They're willing to go
generations
through it.
inside the house.
Yeah.
The more money these Edomites get, the less children they have. Which don't make no sense.
Because they get a taste. They get a taste of the higher life, innit? And they don't want to spend that money elsewhere.
Yeah, you got to distribute the money.
They don't want to do it. It's like, oh, I've got to sacrifice my 3 holidays to raise up this youth. Fuck that.
Then you're blaming everyone else. Don't blame me. It's not my fault. Like you're pathetic, man.
Man's still paying off his fucking, his Bentley or some shit.
There's a simple solution to your birth rate. But you might want to talk about re-immigration. Get rid of the immigrants, bro. Just have more babies.
Yeah, simple.
Raise your army, innit?
I can't. It's so expensive.
do it.
I took the vax as well.
I'm about to snip.
That's a big thing around Esau.
That chief bacon I work with.
Too much anal
pushes
sex,
it as
bro.
well.
Too much anal sex. Man, I have to just say it straight. You man, freaky.
He will say that in the office like it's nothing. Like,
This nigga, he told me in the office. He sat next to me, told like I snip, like. And it's like, it makes sense, he's so emotional. Like, I can't deal with it.
He didn't need to snip. That's pathetic. Bro, why are you getting the snip and then crying about white genocide?
But on top of that, you got Esau poisoning you. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. But it's all through his philosophy and the actions he's doing in the earth, man. He's bringing it down on purpose. But you must complain about it, but it's your orders, isn't it?
Don't worry, man. We'll make sure that you procreate in the kingdom with all the ugly bitches.
By force.
With all the ugly girls.
Esau don't
We take the best looking women. Well, we already kind of do that anyway. The best looking girl, man.
That's what I
Put
meant.
them in the harem, blood. Yeah, but you'll get all the ugly, hard-grid looking ones. And make sure that you do what you gotta do.
They're basically most women from Britain.
Grimsby.
England, really. Other places.
Quick one. So we go to Deuteronomy 32 and the 32. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom and of the field of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of Gar. Their cluster are bitter.
There you go. Hey, that's why the ladyboy thing is so big. The ladyboy thing is big in Thailand, like, cause you Edomites, you love guys, you love girls with dicks.
It's supply and demand, right? The demand for it.
Yeah, bro, I actually watched the documentary where the dude had a wife, right? So he had a wife and a youth, and he went to Thailand, and fell in love with a ladyboy. Right, so the whole family's cooked now. Family's cooked.
Bro, the lady boy is even more feminine than the women here.
That's crazy. I don't know. Anyway, man got himself a lady boy. Right?
That's what I'm saying. That's why he's done that.
That's what he claimed. No, that's not why he's done it. He's in denial. Like, that's what it is. Like, if it looks, you got the girl's got a dick. Yeah, it makes you feel like it will say, "I'm not gay." You know, no, but you are. Okay. She's got a dick. And then man, the whole program was the son was upset, innit? Because obviously the family's all fucked. So the program was him going to Thailand with the son to show him, like,
To understand,
to show him the life. And then the son ended up getting with a lady boy. Oh, bro. Yeah, bro. It was like a BBC program back in the day, bro. Like, yeah. Like, bro, these men are gay. Like, ultimately, this is the reality, bro. You know, even some of them that even end up having a youth, they're in the closet. The wife is a bear. They really like being gay, bro. You know, this is the reality, bro.
Rome all over again.
You know, Jake is the one that really loved gal like that, bro. Jake out of control. You know them. You know what I'm saying with it. Jake problem man having too many youths, like, not looking after them. But Jake ain't got no problem dealing. Give Jake like a 10 million, bro. Man's got bare youths.
100K.
100K, yeah. Shit, give a paycheck, bro.
Yeah,
Jake
bro, there's a guy who I know, right? His pops is a DJ in the South. Right? He got 30 kids. And he almost dealt with his sister, so he had he had to start asking for the surnames.
Yeah, bro.
He's just a DJ, bro.
Nah, Edomite, you ain't gonna find Edomite.
3 football teams, man.
Edomites will have bare lady boys, man, in different bars in Thailand. That's not the
So hate on that too.
Well, he hates when other people have something.
Yeah.
That's Esau's fault. He hates when you got something.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, why has he got that? I should have that.
But that's what Chud the Builder said. Chud the Builder was saying, oh man, the reason I'm dealing with this tranny, just because the trannies be more feminine than, bro, stop it. Bro, stop it, bro. You get it.
That's dumb.
Like, stop trying to, like, you know, because sometimes they don't want to admit. That's what trannies are for. When you're in denial and you don't want to admit you're gay, you just get with a chick with a dick. Because then you could kind of act.
But that's a fucking oxymoron, blood.
Yeah, but this is,
like,
bro, you know, denial is a strong
Spirit in him is not upright.
He's a transvestite at best,
Bro,
bro.
do you remember that thing with the guy that's doing the porn and he was arguing that he's not gay?
Yeah.
You remember Prashant? You remember the thing with the guy?
What?
The guy was.
Yeah, I'm making bare money at it.
You know the guy that was doing. He was the gay porn star, and the other he got upset because the other guy said, "Oh, you're gay."
Oh yeah, that
and he's like,
British Bacon. That.
yeah.
And he, yeah.
And man's like, "No, I'm not gay." Like, he's like, "But bro, you're a gay porn star. Like, you're sucking man's dick."
Yeah, but it's part of my job. I'm not really.
Yeah, but then why can't you fuck the women, bro?
the job.
Why is he effing with the guys? If we get pay more money or whatever.
No, he's gay, bro.
I know.
Stop trying.
Yo, let's be real.
The guy's gay, but the Esau will come up with a whole bunch of
Reasons,
rationalities that don't know, man, my nigga. Like, you get it.
If you ever talk to a prostitute, they'll tell you how these Edomites ain't right. Man.
They're not
They're
right.
not right.
They've never been right. They've never been right, man.
Joffrey's.
Yeah.
You finish this off?
Yeah, good.
Joel 20.
For real, isn't it?
Verse 19. So because you have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because you have violently taken away a house which he builded not, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly, he shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods, because he ain't gonna be left with
You
nothing.
can't rob a man that ain't got nothing. You ain't gonna have in the kingdom of heaven. You ain't gonna have nothing. You're gonna be the third world in the kingdom of heaven. Worse. You know what I mean?
This
Your
was-
IQ ain't gonna
this
save
was
it.
fucked
Yeah,
up,
it's just
bro.
bad, innit?
This was fucked up, bro. There's just regions where niggas going fuck
Yeah, freak off. Lady.
lazy boys.
Yeah, Brazil.
Brazil,
Brazil,
bro.
Thailand.
But back in the day, man, I used to work, you know, a scouting place, whatever, right? And basically, this chef there, you know what I mean? He was a chef for Spurs, you know, the team. And this dude, like in the kitchen, he had all of austere spirit, like he's raw and silent, blah, blah, blah. But the only time he got excited was speaking about his experience with a lady boy in South America. He was like, oh man, she's such big tits, yeah. And then he put, and then I was like, bro, and all the Edomites, it was only me that was in the kitchen, that was the kitchen port at the time, who was just like, fuck, all of them were all turning flush red, oh yeah, explain it. And then the dude explained that his, you know, what he uses to plant, the other one was bigger than, you know, his.
Well,
And
certain someone made that statement. I can't be hit by
Yeah, and I was
certain
like, I was just like, bro, I've never seen him talk with so much passion about. Because Esau's a natural born faggot, bro. He is,
Bro, they are.
They is for real.
They are. That's why they're the pioneers of anal sex, bro. They pioneered that. When I was
Toilets.
growing up, that was an
Toilets.
Edomite thing. They like the
You know?
They're freaky, bro. That's why
Yeah.
this
domination.
America's spiritual Sodom and Egypt, bro. Esau got a Sodomite spirit on him.
Yeah, Wicked Drake to Cloud and Women while they're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cup thing.
Adam 22, yeah.
That's disgusting.
From Job 37 to 15. This is the portion of the wicked man which Most High, and the heritage of oppressor, which they shall receive of their might. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread.
Yeah, man. You know, really, you're a population now of what you have left of the Edomites. It's for slavery to build up a kingdom, you know, because it's like your instinct, bro, ain't life. He's really fucking like he's trans everything. Like Esau is trans. You know, he's transgender. He transgresses the laws of the Most High. You know, and sin is
Bro,
a transgression of the law.
that man perfected
Being trans.
transgender operations before they killed cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. Man, I remember 2016 looking it up because there's a singer, Geezer. You would even know it's a Geezer. Did a song with what's his name, with Sam Smith.
Oh,
Yeah, but
man.
the one he did a song with a blonde.
Yeah.
He did this. That's straight dude.
Bro, some of these celebrities are trans.
yeah.
And they don't know.
Yeah.
They've grown up, like man. Like
Yeah.
they saying Taylor Swift too.
Even that nigga Kylian Mbappe. Remember his bird was.
Was that real?
Bro, I think it was, bro. It was some big publications. He's straight up on a yacht.
I mean, your mom is dealing with something with as well. Well,
But he's a 69 freak anyway. He's fucking
Yeah, but whenever you start see them running with the blonde hair, that's usually a signal that they've signed a deal.
signed
You
the
see
deal.
Chris Brown and all these nigga with blonde hair. You know what I mean? What's wrong with it? Like Conor Ben, he done it.
Oh no, he
Conor
Ben is a wedge freak. That nigga is a wedge freak as shit.
Conor Ben, bro.
Remember when he was in that choker?
Yeah.
The heart's choker.
He was looking freaky.
now him and Eddie split up now, innit?
Yeah. They split up for different reasons.
Yeah.
They cheated on him.
I was in, the geezer's called Kim Petras. And when you look,
That
you would
sounds
even
like-
you would even know. Kim Petras. Yeah. You would exactly.
Check the most blasphemous man as well. New Harari.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to
But
grill
he,
that dude. Though.
Yeah, bro.
you know, squeeze that nigga like toothpaste.
I got a freezer. The last of the two. Psalms 109 and 12.
That's a horror story.
Bro, you see that guy's head, the vein in the middle of it?
Let there be none to extend mercy unto him.
Yeah.
Neither let there be any to favor his fatherless children.
Yeah, there's gonna be universal hatred, man. There ain't gonna, you know, you got some Jakes right now. They're Stockholm syndromed out, but every single Jake in the kingdom of heaven is gonna be one with the judgment. Yep. So there's gonna be no one for man to run to. There's gonna be no one that's gonna be there trying to help you up.
Because you did everybody dirty.
Even the heathen, yeah, they did everybody dirty. You were doing madness. No.
This was it.
It's over, buddy.
Let his posterity be cut off, and in the generation following, let their name be blotted out. Let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with the Lord.
Right, because there's a lot of Edomites. They got strong names. You know, their names are like big, powerful families in the earth. It's all over the buildings and the road signs, and they get ratings off that. And the Lord's gonna blot all that out. Like I said, their legacy, statues, animals. You know, the legacy. Like in certain places,
That's a good point.
even in England, like for instance, in the Birmingham Black Country area, you got the Boltons. Those are big names, and those are big industrial families that built up that whole area. So wherever you look, you'll find buildings named after them, roads named after them, parks named after them. So that's what they did. The industrialists, they would get the money from and then invest the money into the local communities to build certain projects, which is one of the reasons why you can't compare, say, like some third world country to like Britain. But the difference is because these men stole all the wealth and the money, and now they can inject the wealth into building things up around them. So they could build that King George Hospital. You know what I'm saying? And all these different things. Because it's really not the locals that built it, it was the industrialists. The mans that had the wealth, and then they'll take the wealth and build up the area. So you've got this great thing that's been built through theft, through this particular person. No, it's true. So they suck the wealth in, and then they use the wealth obviously to build up the local area. So Liverpool, you'll find the same thing. Certain streets, certain places, certain buildings will still be named after families that in that area who built up that area through the Industrial Revolution and the slave trade and all that.
Because imagine if these African nations were able to come and invade Britain and America and beat them and take all their shit, man. You think Africa's gonna say the way it is?
Yeah, they'll take the
and he
money
might
and
say it
build
would,
up around it.
because you're a fucking idiot.
But even Akon took his money and built up, man. You know what I'm saying? Akon. Yeah? So that's what these guys were doing. And the same thing in London. All over London, you're going to have buildings that are named after certain English families. You know, certain roads, certain buildings that you'll see on the plaque. Like this particular family put money in to build this building. Like I said, King George Hospital, he put the money in. St. Bartholomew Hospital, that was King George, where he put the money down on that. And to this day, in there, they'll have the images of the king and all that stuff in there, because
Even like Ford Motor Company, man. There's a big you know, they built up the area of Dagenham and shit. You know, had employed a lot of
Ford is a
people
big
and shit. Yeah, own a lot of land in Dagenham, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, even pubs, like, because remember, once this, after slavery was so called, I mean, what's called abolished, a lot of these insurance companies, they paid out. They paid out basically everyone who even owned slaves. So like a lot of churches in England, like a lot of church in England, straight up was funded from slavery. Pubs as well. There's loads of pub chains that are very famous to this day. That the startup money, you know what I mean, is from slavery. You know what I mean?
That insurance thing was the money.
Yeah,
I
loads.
was watching a documentary even with my children, and there was one slave ship that was overloaded with slaves going through the Middle Passage, and I think the captain, he got a disease or something, so the ship ended up going astray off course.
Yeah.
So because to recoup the money, what they did, they threw the slaves off the ship because the compensation.
Yeah.
You know, if your slaves got thrown off the ship, they died on the ship, and you get paid out because the slaves was insured.
It's compensation.
It's like setting a car on fire.
Basically, yeah.
I got insurance claim.
Yeah, I can claim for it.
Look, say here, look, I just looked up just Liverpool, said famous industrialists and merchant family names in Liverpool that left a permanent mark in the city include the Moores, Clayton, the Hornbys. You know what I'm saying? So these things, they all have a mark. That's the legacy, you know, in the earth.
Yeah.
So like, you know, but it's not just there. All over the UK, in London, and in France, it's going to be the same thing. But the Lord's going to destroy all that. They're not going to have them legacies and them names. You know, them names are going to be gone.
No history books and textbooks.
The great philanthropists.
Yeah.
Prince Albert's Museum and all that, man, getting ratings off that. Oh, look, amazing when they made it free.
And people know another thing that people forget, like slavery was a whole system. Like even the ships. Remember, that's come from companies of timber. You know what I mean? So
I've made a bank off that. Yes, the economy.
Even the chains, the mines. Like, and there's even countries that don't have as much ER. Like, remember Jang always speaks about the Dutch. The Dutch were big players in slavery. Like, even for Ghana, they've left a lasting impact on surnames like Van Dyke and Van this. There's some regions that people have those names just because of that.
They said the Edomites, they use it as a defense, like, oh yeah, that they were slave owners, but they built up the areas and that kind of stuff. Okay, but how does that benefit us?
Yeah.
You might build up the areas, but who benefited from that? It wasn't the Jake that
built your own area.
Exactly.
And then you have ownership still. And that's why even when they found out, like, hold on, the Queen and them are getting all this rent paid by the government for all these different buildings. Yeah, of course. That's what it means to be a lord. Because if you build a building, you own it forever. You own the land and the building. So then even in the future, when the government uses that building for a particular thing, they have to pay you money to be there. You're a landlord. So the royal family have got bare properties all over England. And of course you got to pay to use it.
Yeah.
You know, where did that money come from? You know, scripture.
Job 20 and verse 6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found.
Yeah,
Yea,
that's spiritual re-immigration. Man are gonna re-immigrate these men off the planet. But they're going on like they don't want to see Jake. You know, that's what they're doing on Twitter. Like in the Lake District. You see that? They're saying that one in the Lake District. Some Jake did some they just went out to the Lake District. A man did like a selfie. You know, some Jakes just going to enjoy themselves. Man's like, is there nowhere sacred in England no more? Like, bro, man can't be seen because they don't even want to see you no more, nowhere.
We can make it happen.
But guess what? You're the one that's not going to be seen real soon in the whole earth.
Yeah.
You're really going to be the one to not be able to exist.
Yeah, but then if Jacob playing music in front of a barber shop, look at the country. Like,
Oh, they don't integrate. What's more integrating than going out going for a walk in the Lake District? Bro?
That's quintessential British. Like.
Yeah, but that is the haters, man.
They're taking your women.
that's integration.
That's why it's
Man
not
got to
like,
create English football war cuts, man.
yeah.
I've got something real quick. This is on, you mentioned Liverpool, right? This is something else that was in the documentary. It says Liverpool. It says financial and logistical advancements. Liverpool became the dominant slave trading port in the world through specific financial innovations, guaranteed consignments. Merchants established deep-rooted partnerships with colonial agents and plantation owners in the West Indies and the Americas. Pre-arranged credit systems. Planters often secured future labor by extending credit or agreeing to specific commodity returns like sugar and tobacco before ships ever departed England. So they were advancing that shit. They would pretty much, it's like a futures market. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we predict this is going to be coming in. So they were already making them. Man, so that's how Liverpool had a heavy hand in the slave trade.
And then, so like I said about clean badness, you could once you got a certain amount of peas, you start just investing your money into things, and you're making your money without actually being the one to do it. And now you got agents working for you.
Yep.
That's why you got Edomites that they don't need to live in the city. Them man are living out in the Lake District, just chilling here in their mansion area. That's their base of operation, their manor. Like you watch them old English things, you see this lord and his manor, and he'd only now and again travel out to do business, but his business is working for him elsewhere. Man might own a plantation there, or own this business there, or have this ship running, but he ain't actually really going on the ships and doing nothing. Yeah, he's just coming back to his account, and he's got his manor that he's living in.
I remember it's like saying this to someone. Some people have a confusion about like, oh, this house is like £6 million and it's so tiny, but it's in London. So why would anyone buy that? It's because that's like the second home. That's like the third home. That's not the base of operation. Base of operation. So man, somewhere out there. That's the holiday home. it's the one in London. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's just when they're here on business.
Exactly. Yeah.
When they're back, they got their manners.
Coffee shops as well. Remember one video? Like a lot of the first coffee shops in London, it was like a place to go and trade. You know what I mean? And it's still there. They turned it into a Sainsbury's. That main coffee shop where we was at, where the side of the building you can see the.
I think that's how Lloyd's Bank started.
Yeah. It was
Lloyd's of London.
Lloyd's of London.
Lloyd's of London.
Insurance company.
Yeah, the Lloyd's of London insurance company. You know what I mean?
It says
started in a coffee shop. I've been there. I worked there for like 2 weeks. Well, not. I worked in Aon, so I used to go up into Lloyd's building, and then that's the first time I saw big money. Man's doing deals like it's nothing. Yeah, I'll take 20 million there, 50 million there. I was like, oh shit. And you got the underwriter, but the underwriters, they're just the guys that's signing it off. They're working for the people with the actual money behind them. So them man don't turn up and do nothing. They just put the money down, and they got the underwriter working. And then the insurance people are brokering the deal, and the way the whole system has worked, no one really loses money because you don't insure all of anything. So you could split up an insurance package to where you might get, if it goes up to a certain amount, I'll pay out here, but because of that, I'll get less of the premium. But if you take the lower bit after the fee, you get more of the premium. Or you might take some of that and some of that, so they spread their risk. So not one person is taking on all the risk of anything, but you're getting a piece of everything. And then you got reinsurance, where you can insure insurance. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. So it's like them man have got the system set up nice, but they don't turn up. The man with the actual money don't turn up to do nothing. They're sitting at home. There's other people that's working all that out. They just want to get their returns.
Talking about returns, it says guaranteed delivery networks. This is still about Liverpool. Agents in major ports like Kingston, Jamaica, manage the market demand in advance, so human cargo could be sold rapidly upon arrival. The efficiency of these advanced business structures allowed Liverpool to scale its operation to unprecedented levels.
And this is another thing. The only reason why Esau's been able to develop as quickly as he has is because this market and the money that he's got is inflated as fuck. He's been getting money way quicker than he's actually making it.
Yeah, he's create credit. He has the power over credit.
Default swaps and all this sort of stuff. He's got mad amount of money.
When you got the power to print money and credit, you can always get into everything first, and you can always invest first. Like I said last week, you can't make something out of nothing. You have to have something. So even when you got credit, that's something that you can put down. You ain't got the access to that credit now. You gotta wait, and then you come in later when it's less profitable.
saving for better long.
And then as well, the percentage swings don't mean, well, like, we put 100 quid on a 3% swing, what is that? But on £1 million, now we're talking.
Do something with that.
We can do something with that. But as well, even on the credit thing, he likes to talk about shithole countries, right? But when you look at like Moody's and these credit rating agencies, right, when you can basically borrow for nothing because you've got a AAA, right, that means a lot more. You can now get billions upon billions. Ain't gonna cost you that much. But if you're a shithole country and you're having to pay, even if it's 2% on 10 billion, that's a lot of money.
Well, you could keep the game. Listen, football is the perfect example.
Yeah.
Like United and these fucking teams, they should be bankrupt. If they would, they don't even, like most man, when you look at it, like this isn't even a business. Like what's happening? You look at Real Madrid and these guys, they should be bankrupt, but they got unlimited credit. They really have unlimited credit, and it's set up that way. That they could just keep spending and spending and spending and spending. Like, you know, Netflix, same thing. Like, them man are like not made a profit ever. It's just got unlimited access. But that's what the big wigs, the Edomites can do that for you. They can just give you an unlimited credit here to just do what you
You
want.
work this much, you can lend and borrow this much.
Because that was the thing that tripped me out. Because SoundCloud is one that's never made a profit, and the business model is such that they can never make a profit, which is why they started pivoting to podcasts. But the owner's a billionaire. That's how it's just like, how does that math
work? It's witchcraft. Like, what's it? What's that? AI? What's that one? That's where it's dropping in price now. But yeah, they're not making no profit. They're not making a single profit, man. They're just piling money into it. But they have the power. Esau controls the whole financial system and the levers of money. He can pump money into whatever he wants. During the C19, they just printed a whole bunch of money and gave it to people for free. Free money, and that's why then they take that money and then they can invest and do whatever they want, hire people. Esau has the power to do it now.
The average person is the reason for inflation.
Yeah, but you can't do that. Bro, imagine if a man just gave me a line of credit for like 100 M's, yeah, and it was like 0% interest. Bro, well, yeah, that's it, generational.
Magic happened, man.
Generational. All I gotta do is...
Karizaki, man, just debt. Money, I just debt.
Yeah, because now you're in the game. Now all of a sudden you're just building skyscrapers here, skyscrapers there,
and then charging rent on
them,
It's
like,
debt anyway.
And then you take out another loan on them skyscrapers on the zero. Because when you're getting zero to nothing interest money,
Who don't take that?
Yeah.
you're laughing, and that's what they do when they do quantitative easing. They give free money over to certain corporations and certain people, and they call it trickle down economics. But bro, you're just giving these men free money, so I think it's called the Candling effect or something like that. That the people who are closest to the proximity of when money is created are the people that benefit the most. They don't create money and give it to you. They create money and then they use it.
Debt slavery, right?
This is James 5 from the top. The title is Misuse of Riches. It says, "Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten."
It's tainted with blood. It's tainted with blood. This summarizes.
Yeah, the top companies in the world, right, for the longest while before the tech, was all pharmaceutical companies. And then when you check out them pharmaceutical companies, bare wickedness them.
Nothing.
Bare wickedness them.
That's easy. People get paid off.
Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by...
Prior to that, they've heaped up all these treasures, but it's them that's going to be the first proper slaves. It's going to be beautiful, man. Yeah. All these elites and manners, what it's been, and other places around places you don't even know about, you know.
And you know, I was watching one thing, it's breaking down the witchcraft of the idea that, you know, working hard is righteous and, you know, working hard is how you're going to get rich. That all goes back to the, you know, Esau, when after the Industrial Revolution, they needed people to just work. So they sold this idea that the righteousness of life, like you're a good person, a hard worker, the whole idea of just work hard. When in reality, hard work has never made anyone rich. And they're still trying to push that lie with Elon Musk. Oh, he works 16 hours a day. It's a lie. Bro, no billionaires working flipping 20 hours. The elites don't work to make money. Other people work. The man's mom that's running bare shifts in NHS been working hard. She ain't a millionaire. There's bare man that's working 3-4 jobs. How come they not
You
millionaires?
need investment into you.
Nah, these men are getting, Donald Trump, the money he's got, not because he worked hard. It's all a lie. Like, making money is time and chance, and a lot of times being an agent for people that are richer than you,
100%.
that put you in position.
Yes.
Because Elon Musk is a trillionaire now, supposedly, right? But the government put money into his companies, man.
And other people worked hard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know? And he probably wasn't broke before that anyway.
Well, it's that, because the diamond mines.
Yeah, well, his dad didn't know that. They were juiced in too.
Dad had the diamond mine. So it's all a lot, but that's another witchcraft that they put out there. So when Jake is broke in the ends, they say, because they're lazy. The reason they ain't got no money is because they're lazy, which is not true. Jake have worked harder than anyone else.
Yeah. But this has been the perception of the rich is different from the poor, right? Because what did Trump say? Oh, he got a little 1 million loan.
Small loan.
Yeah, 5 million, whatever it was. Bro, that's not small. Like, what are you talking about? Man can't even make that in a lifetime. It's not small, bro.
So like, I was gonna mention on that, because as a Jake, Jake's starting to build business and stuff like that. But then when they're going to get loans, like that was a loan from his dad, so it was 0% by default, right? Yeah. Jake, when they're going to these venture capital companies, they're giving them terms that because Jake doesn't know any better, they're just accepting terms that aren't good terms. Yeah. So then it's like we see that in the music industry. Yeah. Jake will be accepting terms.
But that's what the music industry is loans.
Advances
alone,
yeah. You know?
Yeah, but then they hit them with them holding them in. You spent this on a hotel. What about when your tour bus costs this? They'll hit you with all these fucking fees. Yeah. And then, where's the money, Jerry?
When you read the terms of the contract, everything was laid out. You know?
Pretty small loan. Just a quick one. It says Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender.
Borrower is servant to the lender.
Who owns the money? Esau owns the money.
And he chooses whether you make it or not. Right. Because there could have been someone else that was also trying to go to space, but the US government weren't going to give him money. Yeah. You know?
So in a way, it's unfair. The man had an unfair advantage, because when you got the government backing you, that's a lot. That
free money.
Yeah, it's free money, man.
Perpetual.
Yeah, that's how that fractional reserve banking works. You put £100 in the bank, you think it's in there? No, they're only £10 of it. The rest of the £90 gets loaned out at interest.
They're making money.
And they're making money. That's
I want to make that money, but you're making it.
You see that?
Yeah.
So it's mad. This man is a fraudster.
Like what we were talking about with pensions the other day. Like one of the reasons they're so keen for you to pay into pension pots, and now in the UK it's automatic, is so that they can take your money,
and do some shit.
flip it, and then give you back.
Give me my pension.
Because that's what I would do if I had the money.
Exactly.
I'm not taking my money and doing what I can't do.
Yeah.
You're taking the piss.
But you need
You're
us.
not even working for it.
Yeah, you need us to
It's
use your
predicated
money.
on the stocks just constantly going up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's why the whole thing with what was Elon Musk's company again, man? SpaceX. Yeah. With SpaceX, that's why you had a lot of people with knowledge about investing being like, yo, this is a rug pull, right? Because you had a lot of pension funds that were automatically funding into SpaceX, and then basically it's now lost like 30% of its value, which everyone knew it was going to do, right, in that period of time.
Pension is supposed to be the production and the estate that you build up, as well as your children.
Well, they took down the £90 out of my paycheck. I called them straight up and said, return it. I need that £90. Give me that, run that now. So they said they're gonna
Drag their feet though.
Yeah, they will. They said you got to go through a process to opt out. Then it'll be in the next payroll. I said, good.
Because they like re-enrolling you as well.
It's all mine. It's all mine.
Back and forth with mine, man.
You got to opt out. So if you don't know your shit.
Because the reality in this kingdom, if you get old and you ain't got a pension, you're kind of cooked.
Hurt, bro. You see a dude, some uncle in like McDonald's guard, Niggas like fucking 85, tired as hell.
Yeah, you
You either have to have your own businesses,
Or just try and move
or
smart
but
with
if
your
you were just working and then you get to the and go to retire and you're gonna live off state pension, yeah,
But you could just invest yourself. At least you
That's
have,
the
at least
point.
you have access to it when you
Be
want
smart
it,
with
if you
your
need it.
thing. Yeah. Use your
it
money
could do,
smart.
but a lot of times the reason why it's a scam is the money you're getting out of these pension funds and what you put in. And this is why I've been doing it. I've been doing the numbers in my head. It is a scam, and a lot of it is based on people dying. and leaving money behind.
So what?
No,
Someone have dead to see any benefit.
No, but that's true. A lot of it is because if you look at a lot of these companies, right, all these men are paying into the pension. Some of these men are slated to die before they even get that pension, and the company keeps it in part of the fund. So that's how they're actually paying out. And then obviously new people paying in.
Exactly.
So it's a bit of a Ponzi scheme.
It's a Ponzi scheme. It's just a Ponzi scheme.
Ponzi scheme.
And then I remember his brother was giving me some trick knowledge as well about how certain times your parents may have a pension that you're entitled to.
Yeah,
but they don't tell you that. They keep that hush
But that's why you have to do the the declaration of
power of attorney.
No, it's not power of attorney. It's called it's like there's a name for it where you basically make a statement to say like who gets your pension if you die, like your death benefits. No, it's not. It's
But
not
now they're taxing that as well.
Yeah. No, but your pension gets taxed, yeah. But the thing is, like, I worked it out, and you're like, a decent pension is like 20 grand a year.
Yeah.
20 grand a year.
No, it is.
A decent pension is 20 grand a year. And
It's
then,
not much in this country.
and then, but then you think about it, like, so you got 20 grand, and then you might get your state pension, which is even a little bit less than that. You got to leave the country unless you've already paid for your house. So imagine, man, that don't have a pension, you haven't paid for your house.
And to be honest, that like through the spirit, I was able to get my mum in that situation.
Yeah.
She paid off the house and she gets a pension.
Yes.
But it's what you said about it's not even 20,000 a year.
Yeah.
Slightly less.
It's
You know?
not.
And the funny thing is, recently the brother mentioned it. I actually checked her pension database. I'm like, hold on. It says at the time it said like if she goes, there's no one there that's gonna inherit shit. A whole 100% of her pension money. No one's gonna inherit. So I put my name there. But is, I was like, yo, like they don't inform you that you don't have anybody to like inherit shit.
Yeah, but if she had debt though,
If she had that,
You got to fight
on
it.
you quick.
They'll chase you down, innit?
So if you do have a pension, even if it's death benefit, because the thing is, if you die, money is your kids are entitled to certain money too. But if you don't put it down, they can make it
almost
like
like it never happened.
a long thing to get it.
Yeah, even some dude I work with, right? He split up, with his wife. innit?
Expression of wish. That's what expression of wish.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, that's what it's called. And then you can put in there who gets it and how much, because you can split it between your
What's
kids
that?
and your
Like
woman.
that illegal document?
Yeah. So with the fund, because basically usually the fund is run by a trust of people. So when you give them that document, you're telling them expressly that if something happens to me, my pension or my death benefits needs to go to these particular people. So it makes it easier for them to do all the paperwork.
So that's a document that you send to whoever.
Yeah, they'll actually, most pension funds will have that document that you fill in, you sign it, and you give it to them, and they'll expect you to update it every like couple of years just in case you change your mind. And it just makes it where if your family then come to claim, it's there saying that these people get it. If you don't, you might get different people trying to claim, and then it's all long, and then no one might get nothing or whatever.
But don't you cover that with a will though?
A will is for your assets though. This is for your pension. Your pension is the trust will handle how you think. Yeah, it's
I'm doing that Monday.
yeah.
Gotta read.
Nah, you have to do it. No, you don't have to, because technically your woman or kids can go on, but it's longer. If you got the expression of wish, then obviously it's clean. Like, yeah. They should have told you already. See, they should have already said like you need to be doing this. But yeah, that whole thing is a Ponzi scheme. So we're just, they could blow all that shit up at any time.
Right.
Most of these companies they like, I don't even know how they manage to do it, but the only way is that a lot of people die. So they don't even get the full benefits. They might die 2-3 years after it's time to get their pension. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. But if you're living off state pension, that's the man that's in the food bank. You know what I mean? And a lot of them are taking away the decent pensions. Only a few companies still have the good pensions left. And then you just move to Mauritius or something. Hey man, this one Somali guy, he was telling me, man, I said, bro, you can pay the pension. He's like, what do I need that for? I'm like, what, your kids? He said, fuck them kids, man. But man said, them Somali, man, they just go back to Somalia and live off the state pension over there.
Yeah.
Because the state pension in Somalia, the man said it's camel milk every day. 10
The
wives.
state pension, yeah. But if I can get that in Ghana, man.
Yeah, but that's basically what, so really,
Many ways.
you know, that's what you need to do, the state pension in some third world country.
Stretch it.
But now they're moving it to probably 70 years old, so yeah, you're cooked. Yeah, go on.
Proverbs 13 and 22. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just.
There you go. You know, and really it's supposed to be that you build up, you don't just work.
Exactly. It's supposed to be,
Yeah, you don't just work, yeah. Because most people, this investing thing, it sounds good, but if you're already in the, like, brought down, and you try, it's hard to invest the type of money that's going to build up to be something. You know what I'm saying? Like, because most people are living on the edge anyway. They don't have a lot of disposable income to invest into savings that's going to be worth anything. Do you know what I'm saying? But really, the reality is you should have already been born into assets, productive assets, land and things of this nature, and then you're adding to those assets. So that when you die, then you can split up those assets, and then your kids get assets, and they can add to those assets. The reality is, most men are just human resources. You're starting off with no assets, just your brain in your hands, and now you need to work your way up while you're living. So you need to pay bills while you're earning money. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. That's the life of a laborer, though. You got these Edomites that don't know that life. They don't have to work if they don't want to. The trust fund kids. You see them down West London and that. Them man ain't got. That's why they live the apathetic lives. Because for them, they don't even have motivation, bro. Because it's like, well, I got a trust fund. It's gonna always pay me out a certain amount of money every month. I could work hard and be somebody, or I could take heroin. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, do I need to work? No, I don't. I could just have a sex parties and.
The Gentlewoman on Netflix, that kind of shows you that, because you had the younger brother and the older brother, and the older brother was just on the packet, right? And that's all he is. Was that?
No, there's bare of them. Bare of them down West London. They have no motivation in life because they got so much money just coming from their trust fund. They know what they know. I've got a trust fund. I actually don't even need to manage it because someone else is managing it, and it's going to pay me such and such amount of money every month, and I'm going to inherit this house over here or whatever. So it's just like, yeah, yo, you got the Charlie, and man just bringing in a Charlie every day, and their house is dirty. They're just living like bums, living off the trust fund money. Who shall know whether he shall be a fool? Don't tell them they got a trust fund.
Haggai chapter 1 and 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but it says, ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
That way, always the way the system is set up is like you're always on the edge, paycheck to paycheck. It's difficult to get yourself ahead, you know, because things can happen that just knock you back down, whether it's in the economy, wider macro economic things that happen. Look at all them Jake that tried to get ahead during the subprime thing. Yeah, where they took out them loans to get them houses, and then the interest rates changed, and now they just got wiped out. Now, if the interest rates stayed favorable, they would have ended up paying the houses off in the end, and now you got an asset. Instead, you paid all that money, and now you're going bankrupt. And now you need to start again with your job. And what happens if you lose your job?
Well, and bankrupt, and now that's a marker on your file for however long.
Yep.
And it's rude that you put this money into a house or whatever, you don't get it back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they get the house and the money you paid in.
Yeah.
So they got double bubble, bro. It's, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
and they
Jake,
designed it so.
These Edomites, man, they live in it. Especially these elite Edomites, they can't lose because they got fingers in so many different pies, and they kind of control the levels of how things change. So they're ahead of the game. They already know what's gonna change or what's gonna happen. So they're fine, man.
And that's why, because you ask the government, because that's why they want this government position, because they get to make these deals. They know what's going to kick off, and know what to invest in. You know,
And they got so much. Their money is generating so much money for them that the only thing they can do is take that money that they're generating and invest it again.
Well, this is what. So I remember doing the maths on, if you had 10 million in the bank, right, and then you're just getting like, you know, private banking interest, 400 grand a year.
And you take that and buy houses with it.
Exactly. And that's
then that starts stacking
just
up.
10 million.
Yeah.
So imagine guys with hundreds.
Yeah. Then your money is multiplying. Your wealth is just growing and growing and growing and growing, and that's what's been happening, and that's why the wealth gap is where it is. And how can you compete with that?
you know what's demonic
I
though?
got 20p interest this month.
You know what's demonic, right? Because you know certain banks they offer interest rates, but you can only put so much in there, right? Because you can't put any more in. Because you don't own enough. You don't have a massive amount of money, but they don't want you to get too much money out of it. So you can put in there, but you can only put in a certain amount, like the ISIS and stuff like that. You can only put 10 grand a year on that. But you know what? We've got 30 grand though. No, you can't do that. You know, but if a big boy comes in 100, 200 grand, well, they can do something.
Yeah.
There's something for them.
Avoid tax too.
Private, when you look into private banking, when you look into private, you're now getting new mortgage rates that no one else can see, maybe even personalized, right, to your situation, right? You're getting interest rates that are personalized to some degree, right? You're getting all the help. They're calling you, being like, look, man, all right, cool. This is how we're gonna flip your money so that your money makes you more money.
Forever. Yeah, boy. Yeah, the game is, and then meanwhile our people are just there, just working, hoping to get a qualification, to get a better job and a higher salary, which might make you, make you more comfortable, but doesn't really make you more wealthy. Because you could become more comfortable, but doesn't make you wealthy. You can get a better car, you know what I'm saying? You can go on a couple holidays. That's not being more wealthy. More wealthy is when you own a few more houses. You get me? Like, and that's what they're doing. Every month, their disposable income is now
Another house.
more houses. Whereas for you, it's like another dinner out.
Yeah.
It's different, bro. It's different. You know what I mean?
A bit more on this.
Great.
This is back in Haggai chapter 1 and 6. It says, "Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes."
Yeah, so you're either paying down interest on some kind of debt, or something happens with your car, and now you're hurt because they got to replace the carburetor, or something. You know what I mean? And it's like it's eating into your savings.
Yeah. Being poor is expensive.
Yeah.
Because on that, it's like when you're rich and middle class or whatever, you go straight to the dealership, you get yourself a nice big car, right? And then if something goes wrong, guess what? It's covered under warranty. You take it back to whoever, they're gonna fix it for you for free. When you ain't got money, you gotta do what we do. You gotta go to other means to get your car.
Private.
Then buy private, and then no warranty, no this, no that. Then you're having to shit goes left, and then now you're having yours coming out of your own pocket.
Even when you gotta buy the Bandulu products. One thing I realize is if you buy the most value, cheapest thing, it's usually the shit that don't last long.
Hey,
Bro,
Sometimes being cheap is expensive.
Being cheap is expensive, man. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me.
Constantly paying.
I like the hard way. I like the hard way.
Yeah. Even with clothes, it's like that. Let me get the Primark thing, bro. The Primark thing, Bandulu. That shit's all washing out. You gotta go up a bit more. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like very liquid's expensive, but everything else don't work. Like, I don't know what's in that ferry. I don't know what extra bubbles.
Say including the plates.
Controlling the ferries.
wow, but it's true.
Bro!
This is crazy.
I can't find them. If any of us go, get black beans.
Oh, probably got to go Levi or something.
River Island, bro, two days, bro.
A precept of one you just read.
Yeah, man.
Can't get cheap shit.
Yep. Baruch 3 and 8. Behold, we're yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
Yeah, just bare. You just got a tab of bare stuff you're paying in free. Bro. You're just paying in free for eternity.
Yeah, you got to get a credit card and the credit card's gonna slap on 39.99% flipping APR, which is higher than what they advertise. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And or you go get a mortgage, they're gonna slap some crazy interest rate.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my man Zuckerberg, I remember when he bought his house, he got a 0.0 something percent loan, bro. So he's good for it, bro. Why are you giving him? But then people who ain't good for it are getting the higher rates.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
because they
makes-
want you
yeah,
to
exactly,
keep paying and then eventually mess up so they can take the asset and the money.
Yeah. Well, even like the rent market, but there's people paying like more than what a mortgage is to rent. But then it's like,
Oh,
earning enough for
car
a mortgage.
insurance. Bro, I've seen no word of a lie. When I used to do car insurance, some single mother would call me from somewhere with some Bandulu whip, bro. This thing's worth like £500 or something. Some low level rich. And she'll call me and I'll take all of her details. And I'm like, okay, cool, let me run it through the system. She living in some ends in London somewhere. All right, cool. I put it in there and straight away I know, bro, I'm gonna be managing some emotions right now. So it'll come out like £2,500 or something. And the car's worth £500.
How does that even work then? Because obviously if they have to pay it, they pay out the cost of the car.
Nah. Because basically, you might not only be paying out for that car. It's whatever accident happens and injuries and all this stuff. Like, it wouldn't just be and then it's demonic because it also works out the chances something could happen. It's just bare demonic. Trust me, it's mad. So she needs a price that's closer to like 500 or 700 to live. Bro, she's crying. Can't you get it down? I'm like trying to sit. There ain't no breakdown. Ain't nothing on there. No additives to take off. Bro, no word of a lie. I'd get dudes calling me, happy as you like. They're from some next shire. Man's got the brand new range. He's got a range. His wife's got a range. Daughter's got a car. And I'm putting through all the policies, slapping on breakdowns, all of this stuff. The whole thing might come to 1,100. Man's got brand new ranges. That's worth, how much is it worth, mate? Yeah, I paid about 60 for it. Oh, shit. And he's got the money to pay the 2,500, but he ain't gonna be paying it. And he's got big boy whips. But the girl that's from the ends, that's got the 500 bandulu thing, is paying more than man that's from the nice areas with the big whips.
I mean, I always kind of feel like the insurance, if you don't actually get claimed, they should pay you back. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't use
They
them.
ain't paying you back.
You didn't use them.
That's their
But
profit.
even HMRC, because my mother owed it, remember when I told you she owes money. If you earn, bearing in mind, if you owe HMRC, you have to like per day you're getting I think you get charged £1 a day. If you owe them, they charge you £1 a day. Now here's how it is with the witchcraft. If you earn too low, and they do your monthly calculation with your outgoings and ingoings, they won't allow you to make a payment plan if they think you earn too low. So it's still gaining interest. I said, how the fuck am I supposed to pay the system? You're saying basically she earns too little to pay it off.
So
But
just
she's
keep
still
adding
getting charged interest anyway.
Say it.
So eventually I had to call, I had to lie, I had to play with the figures a bit.
Call Diane
And then
Abbott.
eventually they gave me the payment plan.
Say it.
But before that, they was gonna let it increase.
Stack up.
Game's rigged.
£1 a day.
What's the point?
£1 a day.
Game's rigged.
Just so they can kick you out your house.
Rigged against us, man. Suffering. And these men have got it easy, bro. Them man have been having it easy. They live a different life. And it's a different life, especially when your parents have wealth. Like we were discussing last week, your launch pad into the world is just different. It's different when you don't have to buy your first car, and your parents bought your first car and paid the insurance. And the insurance on the first car is like $2,000. And I've seen man do it. Man just bought their daughter, the favorite that they were buying was the Fiat 500. And then she, and he'll be on the phone, no stress. Bro, I'm like, I've calculated, it's £2,300. And he'll be like, okay. Oh man, because I still got to pay for her to go on a round the world trip this year. Fuck. Yo, like, you know what I'm saying? The bitch is at 17, bro. Like, this is crazy. Meanwhile, when you're Jake, you're doing all that shit yourself, man, and you're paying your parents' rent.
And you don't know any better. And the reason I say that is because you may be at a company that may, for instance, offer you options or whatever. You're going there, and then no one around you is telling you how to do it. So once again, you get a shitty deal.
You ain't got the knowledge.
You ain't got the knowledge, and you don't know. Like this particular guy that I work with, his dad was a particular level, and his dad basically gave him some trick knowledge. Man, he caked.
Take the options instead of the salary, innit?
Yeah, you eat cakes out here. But once again, when you can fall back on your parents, you can take the lower salary in that period of time. You can be like,
the risks. The bank of mom and dad
Yeah.
is there. Us, man, you know.
Here's the bank
bro,
of sorrow.
Hey, you get a ticket. If you're E, you just pay.
Oh, yeah.
If you're Jake, you may, oh shit, I ain't got it right now. Oops,
Double.
It's double now.
It's double.
Like, it's evil.
Say,
Man don't even get a full calendar month to pay it.
Yeah, but look,
Man, give
parking
40
tickets
for
are
it,
regressive
you
tax.
go,
Keep
Why
it
not
straight
get
away.
paid?
I always
Later.
think about this with a parking ticket, yeah. If you're a millionaire in London, right? A millionaire. Right. What's a parking ticket?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why the man just park wherever they want. You know what I mean?
I remember, I don't remember this, it was in the Camden, and we worked out that the amount that they charge you for parking, you might as well just get the ticket.
Yeah, they're gonna keep doing it. So you park your Ferrari anywhere,
Right.
and then just pay the ticket.
They
Fuck
just,
for
they
the
just
day.
in Westminster keep paying the ticket every day.
I saw it, my boss, what do you call it? We had a Phantom, right? And then I see the boss man giving him a ticket. I was like, oh no, don't worry, I'm just gonna go ask my boss to move it. My boss looked at me like, why the fuck am I gonna move it? It's like, it's 90 quid. I was like, even the ticket inspector was like, oh, okay.
So it's regressive then. It's like it doesnn't affect
Yeah.
the rich.
The only country that so-called does it right with speeding tickets is, I think, one of them, North Switzerland or something, where it's proportional to your earnings.
Yeah.
So it's like,
should be.
yeah, speeding, yeah.
That's how it should be. Then you'd be hurt.
Then you're hurt. I think it's like 10%, something dumb.
Then you're hurt. But if they just keep it at the only people that's really hurt is the poor people. Because for some people, that ticket is like a day's wage.
Bro, you sort of get beamed up straight away, like you got nothing left. You're
Man's
eating.
eating sardine and man's eating
Or
sardine
just
from middle.
fasting, or just absorbing the energy from the sun.
There you go,
I
man.
got one. This is Baruch chapter 3, verse 8. Behold,
Spirit.
we are yet this day in our. Ready, ready?
Yeah,
Now
we'll
read it again.
Okay. We are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord Yahweh our power.
Yeah, so all the taxes, man don't know how to get away with all that stuff and tax havens and all that. Jake's just getting fleeced. And we was mentioning, when were we talking about Egypt? We were talking about Egypt, and I was like, bro, when you even break it down, the Pharaoh like wanted 20%.
Yeah, with Egypt.
But when you break it down in this society, bro, man taking crazy piece from you out of tax. And you're getting taxed more than once on a lot of things. You know, because you might get money, go do something else and get taxed again.
Well, fuel is you get VAT and fuel duty.
Yeah.
So you're getting taxed 3 times just to make that purchase.
Yeah.
And remember, you had shop owners, they were adding the BAT, the black added tax. On the thing. I remember that, man. Man got caught on camera and he actually called it that black added tax. He was putting the prices up whenever a Jake came down. Yeah, bro, it's
It's
curses.
It's like foreigner tax, isn't it? You go to another country.
This is why they're going to get slaps up.
through the kingdom, man.
Before we leave, we got to read Revelation 13, go back to it. Yeah, go on.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 13 verse 21. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends.
Yeah, Donald Trump. Their time, man, went bankrupt and then the Rothschilds bailed him out. You know, because when you got friends and you're in a bad way, the friends will help you. When you're Jake and you're in a bad way, that's when the vultures come.
I was going to say that.
And they smell the rotten flesh, man. And all of a sudden, that 10 million house that you bought, they're looking to get that for 500K. Because you need the bread, right?
Yeah.
You know? Hey, like Floyd. Listen, bro. Floyd is like, them man smell that. They was like, oh, he's got money problems? And all they're thinking, all them assets you own, and you got them liquidity issues, don't worry, we'll take them assets off you, pennies on it. You know, that's how they do. That's how it happens to a lot of people. If you ain't got the right friends, you have a liquidity issue, you might be forced to sell your assets, but man know you're desperate. So all of a sudden it's like, yeah, okay, I'll give you $1 million for it. It's like, right, it's worth 5 million, bro. You need the money or what? And all of a sudden you're giving away your assets and my man's getting a deal.
Especially during the lockdown when people were trying to sell homes.
Yeah.
There's I forgot the name of the company, but there's companies that buy homes. Your house might be worth 500K. The company, but I'll give you 250.
Yeah, cash right now.
Cash right now. And then you're on the phone to them. Nah, I got viewers covered the Monday. Like, all right, well, it's not worked out.
Good luck with that.
Come back.
Yeah. Nah, but
humbling, like.
there's people that make a living off that. They just walk around, wait for someone they hear that someone's having liquidity problems, find out what assets they got, and then offer them dumb prices, and the person's desperate. Like someone like Floyd, they're desperate as fuck, man. They're gonna start taking shit, man. So, but when you got friends now, like Donald Trump had, they'll just come and bail you out.
Yeah.
They might want your allegiances in the future, but at least you won't lose everything for nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
Easel.
Yeah, bro, there's bare basketballers, all these guys that end up having liquidity issues.
Yeah.
No, man, that's why. All of a sudden, them assets you got are worth less because you need the money.
That's why he's got 1 million watches.
Yeah, they'll take that for nothing and resell it to a...
Oh, even with jewelers, even with like you know, like the music game, a big way they fleece them is with jewelers.
Yeah.
Your own loyal manager taking you to a jeweler that works. You know.
It's a conveyor, bro. I had a man tell me that he knew, and he said, "Yeah, so what we do? We take these dumb Negroes to particular jewelers. The Negro's gonna buy the chain, and then later in the future, because we know we're gonna fleece him for everything he has, he's gonna want to sell that chain. We're gonna bring him straight back to the place. We're gonna give him pennies on the dollar, and then another rapper will come in and buy that chain for full price. That's how the game runs. It's a conveyor belt with Jake. They know what to do. Jake ain't got no friends, man, when man fall into a bad way. Just only enemies, only predators. Come sniffing.
So afterwards, you never put that chain.
Yeah, of course. Because you're never going to get for it what you should be getting for it. That man will have to be nice, have to be a friend, in order to say, you know what, man, it's worth such and such, I'll give you a good price for it.
Well, you get to fly, change countries.
It says, but a poor man being down is thrust away by his friends.
Yeah. You have nothing like these. It's like these payday loans are Satanists. Them payday loan companies just be money. It's like
5,089% APR.
Like shit, man. All you borrow was 150 quid, and then taking your sofa out your house.
Even if you do then pay it back, and then now later on you want to buy a house, flags up.
That's loan shark.
Wonga.
Wonga, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Wonga.
Yeah. Every man's mum was got spun by them, man. Come round, the woman will come round. Yeah, if I pay you with a little £16.50.
Man, not opening the door. He's knocking the door, man, not opening.
That book is nostalgic.
Yeah,
everyone knows that was they were saying.
And guess what? There's either like don't know what.
No, never seen that.
They owned it. They had shares in that, man. That's got a yacht off that, man. Yeah. Hey, but when you're poor, you gotta do this. That's the thing. You gotta take out loans to do something simple like get a washing machine.
Yeah.
Or,
pay me 3 tabs.
Yeah.
Even on Klarna. I see it on the food, you know the apps for food. Niggas can pay for Klarna. Like 12 payments of £1.16. Like,
but if that's how you're living, like how do you sustain that? You can't sustain that.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Well,
you're short next month.
Yeah. Well, even with Klarna,
that's why they need a chip.
Yeah. Even with Klarna, they're finding out that their whole business model is about to go bankrupt. There's bare man who owe a bare £1.16.
Chicken wings.
Yeah.
But on that, because it's talking about when you need the cash, right? You get offered a different price, right? Now, one of the things I remember you said a while back, so these people think that their house, especially kind of, they think that their houses are worth $1.5 million or whatever, right? No, it's only worth how much people are gonna buy. Right, and the thing is, when there is another credit crunch, which we suspect is going to happen soon, these houses are going to go from being worth what they are on paper, right, to what they really are, which ultimately will end up being back to normal, right, back to a couple, because it was what was that, Rory Sutherland, you know, that big English bloke. He's got he does make some points. I think his name's Rory Sutherland. Robert Basically, he was like mocking living in Fulham, not probably it was like all of these people living in Fulham, right, being proud of their house in Fulham. It was like, bro, that was the house of postmen.
Price is way up.
The price is way up, so that's what you're gonna start
Bro, there's
seeing.
it's funny thing is, you know you got the right to buy.
Yeah.
But them council flats, they have actually got council houses in them areas.
Yeah.
Your council house might be worth $1 million.
Yeah.
So even if you do the right to buy with a 40% discount, you can't buy it. So you're gonna have to give it up in the 2 generations. But yeah, there's council houses in them areas that worth millions. It's big. Yeah, but Esau.
That person who, the owner of Hunger and Kingdom, every Jake is gonna have one of the children. The Kingdom Bride.
Take it back and pay them. Let's get Revelations 13. And all these things that we're talking about, it's gonna come to a head, man. Like the debt crisis, man. This whole thing's gonna collapse at some point, and it's gonna happen soon. Things are just gonna implode on each other, and that's why they're gonna have the solution's gonna be the MOTB system, man. Because this thing's not sustainable, really. It's madness. It's bad debt and insanity flying around. Even people, like a lot of these men got cars. They can't afford these cars, but like there's a big thing going around where you got people with these brand new whips here. Some of them are salary sacrifice, but some of them are just man deciding to take out these fucking car loans on these cars. Yeah, they can't afford it, bro.
£600 a month.
Yeah, just so you could drive around in a Beamer. It's mad. Like there's so much debt a lot of people are holding on to that you'd think they're living paycheck to paycheck. They're not really living.
Yeah,
you know.
This crisis is gonna get everyone.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that.
Once again, these are dumb mortgage yards. Dumb mortgage yards. Yeah, some of people would make
And they're stuck with it.
They're stuck with it. They're dumb mortgage yards with a nice car. Then they've become accustomed to living a certain lifestyle that they ain't gonna want to maintain a lose. You know.
Revelation,
Yeah.
This is Revelation 13:16. And he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
So this whole system is going to get shut down to the point where all activity is going to go through this MOTB system. You're going to have a chip to receive anything, to any goods and services, permissions, anything you want to do, you're going to have to go through that chip. That's what's coming down the pipeline. But to get there, this whole system has to be liquidated. It has to go into chaos. You know, that means pensions have to blow up. That means houses prices have to blow up. That means currencies have to blow up. Bond markets have to blow. Everything's just blowing up. Food's blowing up. So, oh shit. Oh, but you know, luckily, we got a system where we can manage all these resources and make sure everyone, poor or rich, can have their equal share. But you're gonna have to take this shit.
There's a reason why they call it a reset.
A great reset.
A reset, man.
It's going to be a matter of national security.
Yep. Because look at the chaos in the streets. Like the pensions, listen, man. I ain't gonna lie, I got a pension. I don't bank on it, but I don't know. We're here. But I know there's man that all they do is sit down. This brother will tell
I've
you.
seen it, I watched it.
And they talk about this pension, bro, because they've been working their whole life.
This future that may never come.
And then the worst thing about it is, they're really gonna be dead. Like when they eventually take this pension, like certain jobs, you don't live too long, because after you've retired.
Yeah.
But it's like I can only imagine what would happen if the pension just went
Bro, but they came close to Ray with this trust.
You're gonna lose it.
They came close to not having enough prevention, bro.
A lot of people don't even know that.
Because instantly you got a lot of people that are already old and are on pensions. That's a crisis. So they're going to be having to be on universal credit. And then all the people that are about to retire, well, what do? We've got nothing. Okay.
It's funny, this dude that we've got to work with, with all the big things going to retire, blah, and it was rumored he had 900,000 in
Almost. I think millions of max.
They were trying to hit that.
He was riding off onto the sunset.
Yeah.
Everything done, everything finished. Oh, lockdown and then things happened. That shit went out to 400,000. He's still working today.
No way.
He's still working today.
Whoa, dreams.
Yeah.
Grew up, blood.
Yeah.
Man lost
Hey,
over
Somalia.
half.
Bro,
Over half.
Somalia,
nah,
forget.
he's still there, man.
Somalia,
He's still
forget.
there.
man.
And guess what? Every day he's grumpy.
But it's what we're talking about. There's what the cash value, and then there is this is valued at. The two different numbers.
Oh, the ABCs as well. 'cause
It does tell you that it could go up or down.
Yeah,
It does tell you this.
yeah,
you know what?
Because you see it go up, you think, oh, it's always going to go up. But no, it's tied to stocks, it's tied to trade.
Ponzi scheme.
If it goes, if fucking stocks and shit go crashing, so does your pension.
And that's crazy because imagine that the pensions are reliant on stock prices.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say
Volatility.
So it's already
really
it's a bomb that could be exploded. Like.
Yeah. I mean, I have another uncle who I work with. This dude was due to retire this year. You know, the guy's whole plan was, I'm gonna go 6 months, and I'm gonna do this, gonna do that. Yeah. And then Trump, something happened with Trump, and that like affected his stocks and shares. And now he can't retire.
Bro, that's soul breaking, bro.
He
You
said
know
he
what I
fucked me
mean?
up, man. I
You
can't
thought
retire.
the day, because you know your day you leave work, yeah, you thinking that's the day, innit? And it don't happen, bro. You're broken, bro.
But that's what happens to a lot of
Broken
people,
after
and then they're gonna have a solution there waiting for them. You know, and then a lot of them are just gonna starve to death anyway. Well, they're gonna have the chip, and they already call it universal credit. It's gonna cover everyone. That's what it's there for. Everyone's gonna have that universal basic income.
High.
Universal high. Higher level. You're gonna have the higher basic income, and that's gonna how you're gonna live.
Quick one.
It's gonna allow you to get a certain amount of bread, certain amount of eggs, Conor Ben. Yeah,
Just enough.
you know.
Just enough to keep
Yeah.
the carbon emissions down.
So the carbon emissions. At first there will be no steak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We work on that.
But don't worry, in about 100 years you might be able to get some. Yeah.
2 albums on Spotify.
They'll talk about going back to normal. Going back to normal.
Man's
It's never
gonna have
happened.
some weird off milk, some crazy.
Maggot milk.
Yeah, maggot
Maggot
milk or
milk.
some shit.
I don't heard that, but that sounds foul.
Maggot
though,
cheese.
bro.
You're not allowed sugar, so they might not give you the sucralose. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be nasty, bro. Yeah, and
A bottle of Coke Zero.
like I said, they've already set it up.
Watch it up.
Everyone's gonna be on EBT or universal credit. That's gonna be what's on your chip, man. You know, crazy.
Sirach 11 and 21 says, marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord, and abide in thy labor, for it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich. Right. And vice
And vice
versa.
versa. So even a lot of people, they put their trust in the stock market. I
You
wouldn't
could
have
start
thought
with
of
there,
that.
man.
You know, that can go anywhere. And then another thing, you've got the banks. The actual banks themselves having money in the bank. Yeah, it's guaranteed up to 50K. But that's only in a situation where like yeah, one bank fails. Yeah, they can cover that shit.
Who's guaranteeing? Who is guaranteeing?
The FC, it's like a pot that all the banks have to put money into.
And it covers everybody.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't.
It's not guaranteed. It's not really guaranteed.
But that's what I said. It covers if
Up to 85.
like one bank goes down in the system. It's like that's insurance. If everyone's house went on fire, the insurance companies couldn't pay everyone. So it's the same thing. Yeah. But if it's a complete, like you said, systemic burnout.
It's like in insurance, for instance, there's something called I don't know the technical, but it's like a known thing. Like for instance, if you're traveling to Dubai right now, travel insurance will cover you because the Iran war is a known thing, right? So if there's all of these houses burned, it's like, look, man, charge it.
Yeah, it's
There's
act of
always
God.
something there's always something in the wording and the lettering where it's just like, bro.
It's funny, man. The man talking about acts of God, but man charge usually. You know what I'm saying?
And then now you can revamp those banks into something different because they already have, and these banks are all connected now.
Yeah.
You can manage the whole thing from one app. You don't even have to have a banking app with every bank for certain things. You can see how much is in my lawyer's account from my Monzo because they're all connected. So they can now re-change the whole idea of commercial banking into something else, where the commercial banking is just a way for you to access your universal basic income with your chips. You can see certain things. They can have the central bank issue your CBDC to you through a commercial bank. That can be done. So it's a whole new system overlaid over the old system, but the skeleton of the old system is gone. So it's not even the same money, not the same anything. It doesn't work the same. You're not gonna get no more interest. And why do you need interest for? It's gonna just get what's necessary. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to get no loans. What you need loans for?
So we end up in this situation.
Yeah. So, anyone want more scripture?
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 14, in the NLT. It says, For this world is not our permanent home. We are looking forward to a home yet to come.
That's it, man. This place ain't it, man. It's on so many levels. It's not it. Like, anyone that believes in it, you've bought into a lie. You've bought into a lie. Deceitful lusts have taken you. This world ain't it, man. The kingdom of heaven is where we're gonna have stability and we're actually gonna live. This world, you're always looking over your shoulder, man. You see what happened to Philly? You know what I'm saying? You always look over your shoulder one way or another. This place is just nothing but a minefield. You're blindfolded trying to get through a minefield, man. And you'll blow up in your face at any time, man. Through so many different various ways, man. And Esau's laying most of those mines, man. So bond this place, don't take the MOTV, man, and we almost out here, man. Yeah, it disconnects your heart and your mentality from Babylon. You use the world, but don't abuse it. The minute you buy into Babylon, Babylon's got you, man. By the balls. You know what I mean? This is not your risk, man. Bro, you can't be calm here. We've seen all of our people that sell out, even they, when the Esau's ready to just use them for anything, we'll use them, we'll cash them out.
Even in death, he's still making money.
You know? And you end up all bogged out because of all the stuff you gotta go through, bro. Like, allow it, fam. You know, forklift and forget, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least you ain't gotta get man riding your back end, bro. For what? Allow it. Forklift. Like, so, you know, Allah, your
Hashem, Yahushua,
double honesty,
Shalom.